negative 62.
Oh, that is weird. Okay.
Might even been 300.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Yeah, I just realized
Okay.
your token was in there too. Alright.
Okay. Yeah, it was.
Okay, so let's get started. Quick recap of last session. You guys have found yourselves still exploring the lava tunnels, the arteries of the dead god in which the city of Tunarath is built upon. You're exploring these tunnels because you need 6 red orbs to activate teleportation glyph or an elevator to make your way down into the actual Red Dragon caves. There you need to seek out some red dragons to try and convince them to teleport you guys, or not teleport, sorry, to taxi you guys to the Far Realm portal. And you can't imagine that's going to be an easy task. Meanwhile, in the rest of the city of Tunarath, it's been invaded by a colony of mind flayers. There's all-out warfare, and each of the 6 arms now have basically been completely taken over. It's not looking good for Tunarath. Mind flayers are just endlessly pouring in, and there's an all-out war. Of course, it's going to be a very long and drawn-out war. Mind flayers are moving quite quickly, and all of the sections along the arms, they're basically going to be overrun with mind flayers, you can imagine. All of this is because of a pact, apparently, that Vlad had made with the mind flayers. For what reason, you're still not understanding that, why the queen, the Lich Queen of all Githyanki, would ally with mind flayers, their arch enemies, things that they hate more than anything else. So you guys had also rescued a Githyanki in the lava tunnels. Githyanki named Vertza, who spoke out about Queen Vlad and was basically hung up to be eaten by Kruthik, the way of torture and punishment. You guys have basically completely destroyed the outpost here for the most part. You've slain all of the commanders and many Githyanki warriors. You've found that this outpost that you've sort of ran through here, they seem to be storing food items as well. So you think most likely this is where they transport a lot of Githyanki to the material plane. Could be a way out without having to actually converse with these red dragons. So we're in these lava tunnels, and our new players, Osbin and Cloud, you guys are together. I just gave you guys a quick message. Basically, Cloud, you were captured a long time ago by Githyanki and forced to work as a scribe and translator for Queen Vlad in Castle Susurrus. You were constantly being ridiculed and mistreated by the Githyanki. You were kept chained to a desk, quite literally, and you're never given any food. Luckily, you don't need to eat on the astral plane, so that wasn't really too much of a problem. And then when the Queen seemed to have finished with you, you were basically then transported to the Red Dragon Caves, where you were jokingly told that you were going to be fed to red dragons as a reward for all your hard work. They no longer have a use for you. You're taken by Githyanki Skiv. It looks similar to a sailing ship. It has just traveled through the astral plane, just from one of the arms of the astral shipyards of Tunarath, and you were deposited in this outpost, taken through these long winding series of tunnels, which are the arteries of the dead god, and just taken to a small room where you were being secured by some metal bars, an iron portcullis, in just a pretty small room. It's 10 by 20 feet. There's absolutely nothing in the room except for a wooden seat, which is bolted to the ground, and you're chained to that. you're manacled by the arms and legs. You don't have any of your gear, and you will get it back, so you don't have to cross anything off. And Osbin, you basically are sharing a similar fate. When Githyanki did a raid on the material plane, you were captured and basically taken here, being told that you were going to also be fed to red dragons. Maybe Cloud could have translated to you that that was going to happen. So, this room, there's like no light whatsoever. You guys are just kept in the dark. Neither of you have dark vision. And Githyanki have just been like, they use like light spells to sort of light their way. So the only time you can see your environment is when a Githyanki would come to check on you guys or guard you. And the environment in which you're in is very, very hot. Actually, both of you need to make a Constitution save against the heat. You've been down here for quite a while. The area in which you are in, it's made from obsidian. It's a black rock. It's heat resistant, and there are sort of these concentric rings running down the tunnel, sort of creating a bumpy pattern along the tunnel. It's about 10 feet high, and it's curve shaped, sort of curved walls and a flat ground, which is pretty uneven, sort of goes up and down, ebbs and flows. And Cloud, you actually got 1 level of exhaustion from the heat when you start. Osbin, you've been dealing with the heat very well. That'll be disadvantage on ability checks. Go away when you take a long rest, or with a greater restoration spell. Alright, meanwhile, Rin, Auric, Mathan, you guys met Gaius last session, and he didn't really know how he got here. Came here in a very strange way. He just literally woke up in this tunnel and decided to join you guys. You told him that the 3 of you were trying to get home, and he decided to help you guys out. So he probably wants to go home too. And you've just been teaming up with him, where you managed to finally procure the 6th red orb. We ended the session with you guys in this chamber that is lined with Githyanki heads hanging from mantles like taxidermy. There's over a dozen of them, these trophies. There is a crystalline framed canopied bed. There is a circular table with a couple of documents and a very heavy looking black chest near the bed. So Cloud and Osbin, as you guys are just awaiting your fate, you've tried everything you can to escape, and it's been to no avail. You hear some combat breaking out for a brief moment, and then that combat ceases, and now you see some light just peering from around the corner. So what do you guys do when you see this light after hearing some combat?
I'm going to kind of try and straighten up a little bit and not pretend, but like expect that there's more guards coming and try and look presentable and not get yelled at again.
Alright, you trying to straighten yourself up. The way that they've manacled you to this wooden bench, it's very awkward, and they've tightened the manacles so very tight they're cutting into your wrists. And you just hear some talking now in common. You think you don't speak common, so this is unexpected.
Oh, finally, the last red orb. Now we can get the hell out of here.
Yeah, should we open this chest? Make some stuff.
Yeah.
We could do.
Alright.
Hello?
Who's there?
Can you hear me?
Who's there?
I'm locked up. I can't see anything.
You guys hear the voice coming from around the corner to the south here, where you see a four-way intersection of tunnels leading off in every direction. As you're around the corner, you see an iron portcullis blocking off a small room here, and at the back of the room there is a halfling and a tabaxi. As you guys are all here, let's do character descriptions for everyone, and we'll start off with Rin.
Ren is a half-elf gentleman. He has a big mace, and he looks a lot like the token there. And he looks very, and he doesn't wear any armor at all, but he definitely doesn't look like a spellcaster.
Okay. And at the back we have Auric.
Oric is also half elf. He's a little darker complected. He does not wear armor either, but you can tell by looking at what little bit of his skin is showing that he has scales. The skin. And probably not very friendly.
Alright, and glowing with light coming quite close to the portcullis is this curious creature.
Okay, Mad Ben is a Vidalcan. He's from a different realm, Ravnica. He was abducted here by the Yankee. He's very tall, 6'4", very skinny, and blue skin. He definitely looks very alien to you guys.
Alright, and we have Gaius.
Gaius wears, or probably should start with his skin. Gaius is pretty pale skinned, has like black hair and amber colored eyes. He wears like dark black, almost sinister like looking plate armor, and has this like nasty looking oversized greatsword that kind of rests on his back that is like black and blue, or with blue eccentrics on it. Yeah, he's kind of tall, he's kind of stocky. He just wears plate armor, has a great sword. Pretty much all there is.
And as you guys peer into this cell, you see chained to the back wall Osbin.
So Osbin is a very small individual. You gather if he was standing, he'd probably be about 3 feet tall. He has light tan skin and blue eyes with short, dark, brownish black hair, and he's kind of covered in dirt and sweating.
Okay. And finally we have Falling Cloud. I'm not hearing
If
you.
you're talking, we can't hear you. Yeah.
You need to reconnect. Hello? Oh, there we go. Reconnected.
Check.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. Darn audio problems.
Yeah, Discord does that sometimes.
Alright, the other one tied up with the halfling is Tabaxi. Yes, he is tawny of hair, and he looks like he's been run through the ringer more than once. He's got several patches of hair that look like they've been burned away, probably as some form of torture. Many scars. He looks weary, and what's more, he does not look young. He's not wearing much of anything but a loincloth at the moment, and he barely raises his head when you come into the room.
Whoa, looks like y'all are in a mite of trouble. Is the
There is a lock on
you
this
said-
portcullis. Okay. It's a key lock, and it's set about 4 feet above the ground near the southern wall and it looks like a bolt lock that just bolts into the wall itself, preventing it from being raised.
Well. Do any
Key
of you
is
have...
probably the key is probably in the damn room we just left.
It might be. But while one of us can check that, does anybody have a way of opening this?
What's it made of? Like
Iron.
steel?
Iron portcullis.
I mean, I suppose you could just slice through it, maybe. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, you might pull out my great
Mess
sword.
up that sword.
It's pretty strong.
Unfortunately, we don't have anybody that's capable of picking locks. I don't think.
All right, I'm just gonna unsheath my greatsword and just look at it and be like,
If I had thieves' tools, I could pick them.
I'll check the other room for the key and the bodies of the other people. Or did we throw them in the lava? I think we threw them in the lava.
The
we didn't throw
the
them in the
bodies
lava.
of Critanaya and Solari, they're still over there near the lava tunnel.
Oh, I have to go all the way down there.
You
I'll
check
just try
the
to-
you search the body of Critanaya, and you do find a ring of keys.
Right. Grab the keys. Head back.
As you get back, you can hear some very loud clanging, repeated clanging, and guys, as you hit the iron portcullis, your greatsword starts to freeze the bars, and they start to become very, very brittle. And give me an athletics check to just sort of kick it open now, break away the bars. You just boot the bars and they shatter into icy chunks all over the ground, and there is a 3-foot diameter sort of oval shaped hole now in the bars.
Well, that's
Just
one
as-
way to do it.
Just as Mathvan gets back with the key.
I'm all sweating, tired, have the keys in my hand, and I see that the door is open already.
Don't worry about it, my friend. We probably need those keys anyway. They seem to... Are they, like, shackled to, like, the wall?
Yeah, they're just sitting on a wooden bench and manacled straight into the obsidian wall. Quite a few keys on this key ring. And
Oh, God. Mathvan, are you sure you want to be the one doing that?
Doing what?
I'm gonna
Checking
kind of
keys?
pull back a little bit as Mathban steps closer.
Well, they seem friendly, aren't they?
Well, that's not what I was referring to the prison incident, but no matter.
Mathvan gets PTSD when he sees it. All the possible
I'll use,
choices
like,
of keys.
divine sense.
I wasn't here. What did something happen? I'm sorry.
You don't remember that?
What?
When we were getting out of the prison and we threw you the keys and you kept trying to
You
get
kept
the right
trying the
key to
key
open
in
yourself.
the
Oh,
Will
that's
Jet
right.
prison.
Yeah.
Mm.
I went through all the keys before I got that right one. Yes. How many keys did you say there is?
There is 10.
10? Oh, it should take me half the time, guys.
So just take you the rest of the session to get the right key.
Yeah.
I was messing with my macros earlier, and it's got me concentrating on something, but I'm
You're
not,
not? Okay.
obviously.
Alright, so guys, you use Divine Sense. You send out a shockwave of energy, and you don't get anything back. It's completely clear. Any sort of undeads or fiends.
They're not devils or undead creatures. If that reassures you.
I'm gonna try to open the shackles.
Alright, you try a few keys, Mathvan, and it's like the last keys that you try, they open the manacles of these locks.
Oh man.
And sure enough, their arms and legs are now free.
And the Tabaxi slumps onto the ground. He looks heat exhausted.
Ah, my friend, do you need some help? And I'll give him a hand up to his feet.
Thank you, my friend.
You're the second tabaxi that we've seen here. I don't really know what happened to the last one. She just kind of disappeared. Anyway, do you know where they are holding your gear, your items, if you have any?
I got a good guess. In the damn room in the chest we just passed up.
I think so too. I just thought that this was more important.
Oh yeah. Let's see,
not-
what could go wrong?
Well,
Like,
that's a little offensive, but okay. Anyway, it's good to see that you're both well for the most part. Would you, We're on a fast track to get the hell out of here. Would you like to come with us?
Out of here. There is no escape from this place.
Well, sure there is.
We'll make an escape.
Yes, it's gonna be perfectly safe. We're just gonna meet with the dragons, and then we're gonna talk to them, convince them they are adult red dragons. What could go wrong? It's perfectly safe to stick with us.
you don't mention the dragons yet. That might put them off.
And in fact,
Well,
Break
they need to know,
break
they need to know what
their-
they're getting into.
the mention of
Break
the
their
dragons.
contract with their god.
Mention of the dragons does cause falling cloud to create a puddle of urine beneath him.
Well, that's
Mad Bang is gonna ask if that's the costume, the place where you guys are from.
They were going to feed us to those dragons.
Well, they might not if we're not with them.
well,
Please
we've
don't be
killed
like
a
that,
lot of the
guys.
gith here, so it should be okay now.
No one's gonna be feeding you to dragons yet. So I look around at everyone.
If they eat you, it will be of their own free will. We won't help. We'll be right along with you.
He turns to look at the halfling with him. It's good to see you in the light. What do you think of all of this?
I mean, I kind of just got here. I would kind of want to go back to what I was doing. So, a way out sounds like a good idea to me.
And what were you doing?
Well, most recently I was exploring the Underdark, but my friend died while I got captured, so I don't know what I'm doing next.
Beyond the dark?
Well, an adventurer of sorts then, if you're traveling through the Underdark at least. But yes, follow us. Hopefully your gear is in this chest back here, and if it's not, well, I think that we have some stuff that you might be able to use.
I will dare to trust to hope.
Alright, you guys walk
Humming.
back through the intersection and you come to Britannia's quarters once more.
Like,
Well,
I'm gonna assume this thing is locked.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a closer look at the chest.
Make a investigation check, Matt, then.
It's perfectly safe.
And make me a perception check as well. Alright, you grab the chest, pick it up, look underneath it, try to open it, and
From the bottom, yeah.
from the bottom, and it mustn't be trapped because you've just handled it and tried to open it. That's not all you notice though, Math Fan. As you look around as well, examining the area, you find two things. Firstly, right underneath where you're standing, there is a very, very faint square outline, as if a piece of the ground could be removed, revealing a secret compartment. That's not all. You notice the Mind Flayer head right above Rin. You can see that the more-like mouth of this Mind Flayer is slightly open more than all the rest of the heads. chest itself here is locked, of course.
Well, I'll give the keys to Ren to open. I step back and open the compartment, which may or may not be a trap.
All
Alrighty.
right, let's do this.
You stick your hand in the sphincter-like maw of the stuffed mind flayer head, and you find in it a key. This key looks very strange indeed. It is rectangular shaped. It's about the size of your entire hand, and it has several intricate-looking teeth on it.
So, does it look like it fits the chest, or is
No.
it more the compartment over here?
Does not look like it fits the chest, and as you lift up a 3-foot square piece of obsidian is removed from the ground, and there is a small lockbox. It's no bigger than the size of a book, hidden under the ground.
Okay, gonna try the key on the lockbox.
Alright, you try the intricate key on the lockbox, and it has this exact shaped, strange looking design for the tumblers, and you click it, it opens straight up, and inside there is a single book.
What did you find there, Meth, then?
Interesting. Powerful. I have no idea what this is.
Ah.
It has a
So,
silver cover and some purple runes set into the cover. Very intricate looking. And as you flick through it, you see it contains some memory and logic exercises.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Oh.
Ooh.
But we'll have to study that a little better later.
It's
You mean
titled,
that you know what this is?
It's titled
And I
Tome
don't.
of Clear Thought.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and start rummaging through the keys and trying the different keys in the lock here to open the chest.
One of the keys fit, and it's the first one that you try are in.
Haha!
You open up this gigantic chest, and it's filled full of some familiar looking gear for Osbin and Cloud. It's a lot
Well,
less
this is full
stuff.
of gear. I believe this belongs to you two. And I'll just kind of turn the chest so they can see inside it.
There's also a rod in there that does not belong to either of them. It's very simple in design. It simply has a black handle. It's about 2 feet long, and the top of it is a chunk of rock. It looks like it's pockmarked, almost like a piece of honeycomb.
Oh.
This is odd. You think it's magical, Math Man?
What is?
Well, this rod, and I'll hold it up.
Oh. Gonna take a look. But I don't have any magical ability to detect magic.
Well, that's fine. I trust in your judgment.
Actually, I do have a magical ability. So I'm gonna take the rod for like minutes, and while you guys are searching the chest and anything else in it, just gonna identify it.
Okay. You
And ritual cast.
ritual cast identify on this rod, and you do not learn the properties of it. 10 minutes later, the spell is completed, and you don't get anything back. The only thing you learn from it is it's an item called a Stardock Rod, and identify does not reveal how it works. You feel that there is more to this item, like you'd need a legend lore spell or something to reveal
Jeez.
properties.
Yes. Well, that's interesting. Well, now I'm obsessed to learning the secret of this thing. So I promise that when we do a little bit more of adventures, one more level, I'll get legend lore. I actually get it automatically as a knowledge clerk.
Oh yeah, I thought you did. Domain spell.
Would you like to identify the tomb, so you know exactly the tome? Sorry, so you know exactly what it does.
Sure, if I had time.
Yeah. Another 10 minutes. As this is happening, I'm sure you guys are just acquainting yourselves with one another, and it is exactly like one of these other magical tomes that you've had. You study it for 48 hours and increases your ability score by 2. This one is for intelligence.
Anybody can use this?
I don't even know you, the Tabaxi says, getting dressed.
So what could you guys do? I asked the 2 new people.
Well, I'm a hunter by trade. I'll kind of sling my short bow over my shoulder. I'm not sure what it is you do. I don't even think I know your name, I'll say to the Tabaxi.
Translated into your language, it would be falling cloud.
And what do
That
you
is
do?
Beautiful name.
Falling cloud. That's actually pretty cool.
I would like to. I want it just because it's God looking.
What do? I am a chosen of Sikthas, a keeper of memories.
Well,
You would call it perhaps a wizard.
memories. Well, this book talks about memories and things like that, so it seems like it could be useful for you.
Why would you give me such a kingly gift?
Ah, that's a good question.
Well, I would say that the more prepared we are between the 6 of us, the more likely we are to get out of here alive and in one piece.
Yes.
So, helping each other is the best way. Speaking of that, since you're a wizardly type, maybe you can use these. And I'll pull out Verta's spellbook, and we have another spellbook, but I don't have anything else written on it, so I don't know whose spellbook it is. But I think we got it a long time ago.
Yeah. You've got that might
But we
have
do
been
have
from
Verta's.
probably a maze that you guys have encountered, maybe in section 3 or something like that.
Something like that.
Right,
But we
there's
do have
Verta's
Verta's spellbook for sure.
Got those spells in it. And oh, I know what spellbook it was. It's Kalim's spellbook. You got it from the ghostly
ghost?
figure. Yes.
Oh yeah.
There is oh, don't worry about those items. Didn't get that.
Incredible.
Let me fix
None of
that
us
up.
can use these.
There we go.
I think with my equipment I will be of great use to you.
Excellent.
Well, it has been long since I've stretched those muscles. I have been the scribe of Lockheed for... I don't even remember how long now.
Well, that's interesting. Scribe of Lockheath.
The things I have translated you do not want to know about. Trust me, my friend.
Well, I don't know. It seems all of this is Lockheath's fault. Like why we are here and all that. So, some of it may be interesting to know, but most of it is probably over my head anyway. Mathman might be able to understand a little better.
What is it that you require to know?
You're speaking to me?
Yes, General. Either of
I,
you.
I require nothing, just to escape this place. And the fate is dragon food.
Well, the closest way to escape is by... I start looking for words now, and yeah, it's through the dragon cave, by talking to the dragon, making sure that we ally with them, and then going deeper into Gift Yankee territory, and getting rid of this artifact. And we're gonna show him the...
Oh, yes, this. And I'll pull out the Gith capacitor. We have to go to the Far Realm or something and either charge or destroy, or, well, you have to charge it to destroy it. It's a long and complicated thing that I think that's what we're supposed to do. I don't like looking at this thing, and I'll put it back in the bag.
That does look menacing.
My hope is fading slightly. You're talking about suicide.
No, it's a sound plan.
Those dragons are servants of the Lich Queen.
They are not servant of the Lich Queen. They merely have an alliance. They serve their queen, Tiamat. Tiamat has made a deal with the Lich Queen. But they are not their slaves.
Is this truth?
Yes.
Then perhaps there is a chance.
Yeah. Indeed.
While we're sitting and talking like this, can we take a short rest?
Yeah.
Or...
Yep, take a short rest.
Okay.
And you can't help but notice some paperwork here, Cloud. As you're talking, it catches your eye. It speaks of a few things. It speaks about transporting Githyanki en masse, young and seasoned warriors, over 50 of them, to a place that they call Crash Clear. It's not clear exactly where this Crash Clear is, but you presume it's on the material plane. So infant Githyanki can basically be transported there so they can grow, because when they are born on the astral plane, no one ages here, so they are just stuck as babies. They've got to go to the material plane so they can grow, and then the Githyanki warriors will obviously guard the infant Githyanki. It also speaks about a place called the Crystal Labyrinth, and this somehow is connected to Crash Clear. You feel like perhaps the Githyanki are being transported from somewhere in this vicinity, and this is an outpost specifically for that. It also speaks that red dragons are transported there as well, as they are allies of the Githyanki.
Just a moment.
And it's just sort of logistical stuff being transported there, quantities of food going with them, how long they'll spend there, the amount of Githyanki. It sort of a log of exactly which Gith warriors and knights are going to go there, like a big list of names. And this is obviously the chamber of some very high-ranking Githyanki commander.
Look here. I found something.
Well, you're going to have to read it. I think only Matt then here can understand Gith. Out of all of us.
Do you speak Gith?
I do.
Great. What does it say?
That there is another way out of here. A place where the infant Githyanki go to grow, as this place stunts all movement of time.
There is a couple of other things that you note as well, Cloud, as you flick through some more pages. This crystal labyrinth that is somehow connected to Crash Clear. They say it is connected to a place called Undermountain, and a place called Waterdeep.
He will translate all this for them.
Okay.
And from what you
Waterdeep,
can
that's
tell,
the.
this Trace Kalia, it seems to be away from this undermountain place, and they need to teleport to get to it. It does never mention exactly what this Trace Clear is.
If only we had more time to look around. How set are you on seeking out these dragons now?
Well, I mean, that was the plan before, but I don't know. I mean, being able to go back to Waterdeep, that sounds enticing. Though it's not good for Mathvan, though. He's not from, well, Faerun.
As you flick another page, Cloud, whether you want to share this or not, you don't want to break Rin's bubble, but apparently this Trace Clear is home to over 50 Githyanki and a dozen red dragons, one of which is an ancient red dragon.
Oh shit!
Oh god!
And
That's no problem.
There are like 50 high-ranking Githyanki officers stationed there.
Oh,
No problem.
conveniently well placed. It's like, oh yeah.
You feel like trying to get through this force would be suicide.
He actually reads it again, and then his face drops. I missed a part.
Oh, and what is that?
And he will tell them about ancient red dragons and the like.
Well, shit. Well, can't go that way. We've been having enough problems with 2 or 3 Githyanki commanders at one time, let alone 50, and then add a red dragon an ancient red dragon on top of that. Just no way. There's no way.
So do we go outside and activate the portal?
Seems to be the best course of action at the moment. I can't think of anything else that we couldn't do.
We go.
All right, you guys make your way back through the lava tunnels. I'll move your tokens because it's quite a journey.
Okay.
I'll just
Yes,
narrate
it's
the
a long
trip.
way.
Alright, you head through this area with the fake dragon eggs. You actually, it's not that far. If you take a left here, the tunnel extends up and connects to the area in which the Kruthic pen is. Takes you guys about 10 minutes to walk up there. You go past the intersection with Erlin, the blind Gith, and he just sort of looks up at you guys from the distance. Did you guys want to stop and say anything to him by any chance?
No. I
Okay.
can't even remember what we promised him. If anything.
I think we said that by eliminating the other commanders, his life was going to be safe.
Oh yeah.
So
We did. Yeah. And we did that. We don't have to talk to him. He cheats anyway. He cheats at chess or dragon chess, whatever it was.
Alright.
I was playing an honest game.
Oh, I thought you were cheating too.
Oh, he was.
He was just better at it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Alright, you guys head out of the red dragon veins and back to the lava flow where you emerge through the face of this tunnel. And you look around to see everything is much the same here. There are just rivers of lava flowing all around you. The ground is very uneven, made from obsidian, and a very hellish, hostile landscape. Incredibly hot. Lava flows
Seems
all
the
around
methods
you.
are still flying around.
And what are those?
You've never seen a method? Well, they're little impish creatures. Elemental in nature, and well, they're not very nice.
Looks like they're approaching.
As you guys exit, you just see a half a dozen mephits, little imp creatures. Some of them seem to have this grey smoke just flowing around them, and others seem to be like a lick of flame vaguely taking this imp form, and they're chuckling and pushing each other and wrestling as you guys exit, and then they sort of stop what they're doing and they curiously start hovering over towards you all. One of them starts to chuckle. Kill them? Kill them? Kill them, did you? The green skins, the yellow skins. They're dead.
They are. They surely are.
Dead! You hear that? They killed. Oh, yes, killed. Did they scream? Did it hurt them? Did they suffer? Smoke Method says.
I'm not entirely sure. I suppose it did hurt.
I'm pretty sure they didn't scream. They were held in place. In a way.
Yeah, most of them were, yes.
That last lady definitely did not scream.
Oh, much fun. Where will you go now? Down? Will you go down? Down, go down! Yes, down!
I don't know what you mean by down, but...
They point to the lift.
Let
us in! And then they sort of fly towards you guys, and again, they just hit this invisible wall.
Will doing this let you in?
Yes, we want to go home. They keep us away. Let us in. As this is happening, you see just wandering towards you a child with red hair and a red nose. He's just wandering towards you guys.
Oh, God.
What the heck is that?
That's a child?
He
That's
chuckles
creepy.
and he speaks to you guys in common. Oh, hello. Stands about 3 feet tall, quite a muscular build. He has this perpetual grinning face, hollow eye sockets sent to his head, reddish colored ears and curly red hair. And he waves. Can you help? Help me, please. Oh,
What
the
do you
child! It's a child! Are you going to hurt the child? Make it scream.
What do you need? What do you need help with, young one?
Oh, my friend is hurt. Can you help me? Please?
Who's your friend?
Oh, well, he's my brother.
Go ahead.
Just asking if I can get an insight check.
Yeah.
Can I divine sense him as well?
Yep. You send out another aura of your divine sense, and nothing bad comes back to you guys. Alright, Cloud, you feel like he's quite desperate and a little bit scared.
I would wager he's telling the truth.
Well, I want to leave a child.
He's just over near the metal thing.
The ship? The Githyanki ship?
Yes, that one.
Can I tell, what?
Is
you
that
said he's like 3
yours?
foot. Is he a human, or?
Sort of looks human. Very strange though, in appearance. Like pretty muscular and stocky, given he looks like a child. So you think that he's definitely not a human.
Yeah, Ren has just become very jaded since coming here. Nothing is ever as it seems.
Mm.
Well, do you fellows think that we could have a quick aside to see what this child is talking about? It seems that over by the ship is where his brother is.
There's
What's the
something wrong
worst that
with
could
this.
happen?
We could all die.
And Cloud, you seem like to notice when you guys start to come with him, he seems like kind of excited. Oh, goody, goody. Come.
Be cautious.
I don't trust this kid.
I think that we've learned to be cautious, at least a little bit.
Aha.
Starts hopping.
A little is what I say, not completely. We can't completely get rid of our adventuring.
Do you
ways.
like meat? Do you like meat?
It's a very strange question to ask, young one.
We love meat. Meat and plants. Sometimes bones we eat. Come.
Okay.
Wow.
This kid is so
What
creepy.
type of creature is it? Now that I've seen him more.
That's what he looks like, a muscular child.
But is that? Do I identify him as an actual, like a dwarf or goblin or something?
No.
Look at this kid, man. What are we?
Up
kid
to
is
you what
getting
you make of it. You've never
These
seen
creepy-
anything quite
Creepy
like this.
vibes.
I'm like preemptively pulling my greatsword off my back and I'm just holding it in one hand.
And he comes over towards the ship, and then he stops. This one! Is this yours?
Well, not ours exactly, but we did use it.
He has a big smile on his face. How do you get in it?
But where's your brother?
He's inside. Is this
No,
yours?
he's not.
It's yours, right?
How? Well, we've already answered that question, young one.
Why?
But you said your brother was by the ship. You did not say he was
Why?
inside it,
Why did you bring it here?
because we needed to get here. That
Oh,
is
you
why.
think that's okay? You come to our home and put this here? Huh? And he comes up and he just like pushes Mathman as hard as he can. And pretty
We did not know we needed to ask permission.
pretty strong. Mathman, make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Oh shit!
This kid's about to die.
I can't remember. Did we
Oh.
leave? Did
Alright.
we leave?
He
Villain
just
outside.
knocks
Oh, fuck.
you straight off your feet, Mathman. Huh? Why? Why did you do this? Why did you put it here?
Hey, calm down, kid. Listen.
No!
You can fix-
I'm gonna rip your arms off! I'm gonna rip your arms off! And he starts grabbing Mathman's arm and trying to like pull it off. And
What the
Can
heck?
I try to pull them off?
yeah, you sort of you can grab Mathman and he can stand up. And as that happens, you guys look over to the ship, and stepping straight through the ship, phasing seamlessly through the metal without any hindrance, are 3 more of these children, and they look identical.
What the fuck?
We like bones! We like bones! They say. And, Mathan, you can get to your feet, and then they just
Yes.
like run at you guys, like trying to rip you limb from limb.
What in the world is
I
going
knew.
on?
And Osbin, you are up first, my friend. 4 lava child. Attack you guys. Lava children.
Lava children. That's something I've never heard of. Interesting.
Damn kids.
Interesting. Do they? I'm assuming they appear to be hostile towards us at this point.
Oh, they're trying to like rip Matfan's arms off.
Yeah, definitely no
and
no
then,
bueno.
And then
Is this also part of your culture, guys?
one of them tries to like just bite
a
Matfan on
cultural
the arm,
thing.
and Gaius like pulls Matfan away.
Mathan's just like fascinating, absolutely fascinating.
I suppose it's time to get to work. And then, can I attempt to attack the one that is directly north of me?
Sure. Alright, you take a shot with your arrow, and it passes straight through the lava child and hits the ship, bounces onto the ground. He chuckles at you. That's fun.
Okay. If my arrows don't work, I'm not sure what to do. And I guess that'll be it for me.
Auric.
Okay. I'm gonna cast. I guess I'll put it somewhere over here,
Alright.
so it gets all of them.
The closer three will make deck saves. The one at the back, he's going to have half cover from the ship. So these are for the three closer. They all try to dive out of the way. And what color are you highlighting them?
Make them pink.
Alright, it catches them all. And this pink flame, it starts to glow around them, highlighting them, and all attack rolls on them will have advantage.
If that does us any good. I'm gonna use a bonus action to burn one of my 2 4th level spell slots and convert them to sorcery points.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
Alright. This lava child, he runs forward. Hey! You don't touch him! I'm gonna rip you! And he has advantage on you, Gaius.
He does?
He does.
Attack tactics?
Maybe. Well, sure.
He's going to just try and grab you. And you realize he's actually got quite sharp nails.
Think about what you do before. Ah!
And
Actually misses.
he misses. As he swings, his hand goes straight through your armor, as if the metal does not exist to him. But you manage to actually use your dexterity to jump back, and then he jumps on you and tries to bite you. And 25 hits. He just chomps onto your arm, going straight through your armor, biting directly onto your flesh for 10 piercing damage.
Huh.
Gaius.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to... you watch this guy starts to like pull necrotic energy off of him and like creates this 30-foot spear, and it's like, you should all leave before we kill you. Like, shoots it outwards.
They hold up their hands. And they all become frightened. They have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while they're in your line of sight, and they cannot move closer to you.
Alright, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith. My turn. And yeah, and my turn.
Alright, the lava child, he is gonna still smile at you. Their expressions do not change from these big smiles the entire time. Even when they're frightened. Why do you do the scary stuff? And he tries to bite you guys. The regular attack due to disadvantage from frightened. 12 misses. Sweeps at you with a claw. And a 19 clings off of your shield of faith. Ends his turn now. Afan.
Wow. I'm just going to step back over here.
He'll take a bite at you at disadvantage. Actually, you're no, it'll be a regular attack. A 13 misses.
Just gonna throw a sacred flame at this one.
It attempts to tumble out of the way, but the sacred flame just wraps around the lava child, and he starts to scream. "Ah!" As he is burned by the sacred flame, you see this this blood. It basically resembles like liquid iron dripping out of him from the wounds.
I don't think these are real childs, guys.
What was your first clue, Mathvan?
I mean, the blood, it looks like lava.
Oh, I thought it might have been the claws and the fact that weapons pass straight through them.
I thought that was just normal in your cities.
No.
Alright, he this lava child smiles. And he whimpers as he smiles, and then he's gonna move back. He's scary! And he moves away from you, Gaius, and he's going to just defend himself by dodging, and then repeat the wisdom save. Still frightened. Ends his turn over there. Rin.
Alright. Well, I saw Osmond's arrow go straight through the thing.
Yeah, they seem to... Metal just seems to, like, be nothing to them.
Nothing to them. In that case, I will not use the mace. Because Gaius also didn't detect undead or fiendish qualities from it, so it wouldn't do any extra radiant damage anyway. I'll keep my distance, but I'll line up a better shot so Gaius isn't in the way. And I'll hold up one of my hands and start throwing radiant darts at it. So the Sun Soul bolt, basically.
This one, right?
Yes.
Alright, that hits. This yellow glowing dart shoots into the lava child for 8 radiant damage. And another hit. Hit it again, and they're quite resilient, quite stocky, and even with those 2 darts, he's only now just starting to show some visible signs of injury.
Somewhere. And I'll bonus action do that again.
That's a hit.
Because I put the word dart in it.
You shoot another one forth, and this hits him for 8 radiant.
Oh, that's not the name of the...
No, it's Radiant Sunbolt is like the name of it. But
I see.
I thought a Radiant Dart would be more appropriate.
Throwing like all these darts.
No wonder you're hitting all of them.
Yeah, it's my turn.
This lava child sneers. We can hide in metal, and you can't! And he just sort of jumps up and disappears into the ship, moving through the ship like it's nothing. Cloud.
We should just go.
Okay, so I asked you a question in chat. Do I have spells prepared?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure of this.
You'd have them memorized from the last time you memorized spells, basically.
Okay, so they don't really fade away over time.
Although you were away from your spell book, you kept those ones memorized in your head.
Let's see if these old bones still have it. And I'm going to cast Black Tentacles on those 2 up there.
Alright.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh, it's black tentacles.
Oh, here, let me click it here.
I don't see many people use that spell.
Ooh.
Damn.
A 20-foot cube. And I think it does the damage when the spell appears. You can like grab them, or is it when they start their turn? Let's take a look. There's a 20-foot square of tentacles on the ground. They turn the ground into difficult terrain. And when they enter the area or start their turn there, they have to make the dex save. And if they fail, they take damage and become restrained. And then if they start their turn and they're already restrained, they get crushed and they take more damage. You can use an action to make a strength or dex check to free themselves. Alright, the tentacles spring forth out of the ground, start to wrap around the lava children, grabbing their arms and legs and crushing them.
Falling Cloud nods, satisfied. Steps around for a better view. Nothing I want to do in a bonus action right now.
Okay, is that placement good as well? That's
perfect.
there?
He did not want to hit his new companion there.
Yeah, guys like reeling, seeing all these tentacles just flying around. It's like, oh, Jesus.
I'll spin.
Do I have any idea if the ethereal quality of my piercing arrow would give me a better chance of hitting them? Or is it just my arrow in general does not work?
Yeah, it looks like your the metal-tipped arrow is failing to be effective against these things. They're completely immune to it.
Could I, like, attempt to break off the tip of the arrow and just have the wooden shaft?
Yeah, you could try that as an improvised weapon. So I'd say it'd be like a improvised. Yeah, it'd be an improvised weapon. So you'd only do 1 damage with it, but you could get like sneak attack still, and you wouldn't be able to use your proficiency bonus on the attack. It'd be like a straight dex check, basically.
It's better than not doing anything.
With
so
advantage.
I will try that.
With advantage, because they're fairy fired. And you're attacking this one?
I was gonna go for the one to the east of it, the one that's closer to me.
This guy? Alright. 21 is a hit. So, yeah, it'll still have like, it'll be 1 damage instead of like 1d6. But then all the other damage will be the same. Your dex mod on the damage, sneak attack.
I don't have sneak attack, but I get what you mean.
Oh yes, I forgot you're Arcane Archer. For some reason, I just associated Halfling with Rogue.
Stereotyping, Seb.
Ew, come on.
But yes, you'll get whatever any other ability you have. So,
Okay, in that case, is it still like a +1 from my short bow, or is it just the regular 1 damage and then plus my dex mod of 4?
I'll say it's still +1.
Okay, so then I guess it would be
it'll still be a
6
magical
total.
arrow. Okay, you shoot him with a improvised arrow for 6 damage. The wood sort of sticks into him, and he looks down and looks up at you, gives you a big smile. That really hurt.
Sorry. And then I'll shoot him again with my extra attack.
And that hits as well for another 6 damage. The splintered wooden arrow shaft sticking into his flesh.
Okay, and then I'm going to move after I see that was effective over to be on the side of them. And then that is it.
Auric.
Okay. I am going to throw a globule of acid at this one and splash the other one as well. Oh, crappy damage.
Acid splash.
That one's saved.
Do they have a disadvantage on dex saves from fairy fire? Or is there only advantage on attack roll?
Don't think so.
Let me see.
I don't know.
Whoops. Fairy fire. I think it might do something like that. Oh no, it's only...
Compose.
Yes. Oh no, it's if they're invisible. Never mind. Alright. The closer one succeeds, and the other one,
Damn it.
they both jump out of the way. The acid just sort of disperses on the ground and disappears.
Bastards.
Alright, Lava Child makes a dex save for the tentacles. And I think that first roll is 18 points of damage. Alright, the tentacles wrap around him and start to crush him. Grabbing him, and you hear bones cracking as the tentacles restrain him. He tries to grab them and is actually going to use his action to try and pull them off. What's your spell save DC, Cloud?
1 in a million. Just kidding. 14.
Alright, he'll use a strength check, try and break the tentacles. Get this off me! He does so, grabs one of the tentacles and just snaps it, rips it off of his arm using his action. And he's going to actually move through the tentacles and into the ship, provoking from Gaius. Gonna phase through the metal.
Alright. Do I have advantage because he's frightened of me, or is that?
You have advantage because he has fairy fire on,
Oh, okay.
but not before frightened.
Nice. No, that's wrong. That's wrong, I think. Yeah, because that was from the hold person.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe- So I set that to that. Yeah, but so instead it's really just, it's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so I'll roll it again, just normal, and then...
Alright, you slash into him and your frost band goes straight through him, failing to hurt him. However, a little bit of frosty eminence does affect him as he's hit for 5 cold as the sword finishes sweeping through him. And then he disappears into the ship. Gaius.
Alright, I'm just gonna turn to the group. Do we need to kill these creatures? Can we just leave, or what is...
You could try to leave.
I don't see the point in killing them, to be honest.
Oh. Van Dellen is in that ship.
I think we left Vendellen outside this ship. I think that
We-
Vendellen
yeah.
has probably...
Who's Van Dellen?
It's a long story. We'll get to that later.
The Lava Child, when you guys talk about leaving, you're not leaving! We're gonna rip your bones off for what you've done! Coming into our area! This is our territory!
Yeah, kid. You, guy's gonna turn towards him and, like, be like, yeah, sure, rip our bones off. Yeah, and, like, slowly back away using his action to disengage.
He used his reaction already, so...
Oh, okay, then actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. Should I attack them?
He's like halfway through clawing at Math Fan as this is happening.
Alright, I'm just gonna hit him, like, just grab onto him with one of my hands and, like, release negative energy and cast Inflict Wounds. Oh. Inflict Wounds uses to work. Alright, let me try that again.
But didn't you hit him with the weapon?
That was a reaction.
Oh.
Opportunity attack that was.
Mm.
27
Yeah, there you go.
is a hit. You grab onto him.
Alright. Oh no, there's no 5 damage there.
All right, you grab onto the lava child's arm, and this liquid iron and rock just seems to burst out of him as he almost melts like a candle, and he's just like a mushy sort of version of what he was now. He looks like almost like a slag, but he still has this grin on his face as this is happening. Not quite dead.
Kid, you should... I don't even know what the hell you should do. I'm just gonna walk away. And end my turn.
He sort of says, "When the rest of my brothers hatch, when are they gonna get you for this?" And as he says that, the black tentacles just grab him and crush him, and he just sort of bursts into rock and lava all over the ground.
That's slightly brutal.
Oh.
Eesh.
Mathan.
Okay. I'll hold my action to cast Sacred Flame on the first lava child that comes out.
Okay.
Gonna go for it.
All right. Let me just check some. Yeah. All right. This lava child is gonna just keep on doing what he's doing, and still frightened of Gaius.
I don't think they can move forward.
He's just
we
gonna,
might,
he's gonna stay
we
where
might
he is.
escape.
Rin.
Oh, this is an interesting scenario. I'll run over this way. The only bad thing about this radiant sunbolt is it has a very definite range. There's no... And it's not that far. I don't think I'm gonna... He's out of my range. That's 40 feet. I'm gonna hold my action for a radiant dart. For if a lava child is violent against one of my companions.
Okay.
Put it that way.
All right. Before your turn, Cloud. This lava child, he pokes his head out from the ship. Do you like bones? And he's with his hands forward. He sort of jumps out at Osbin, provoking Mathan and Rin's reactions.
Ah.
That hits. 13 is a hit.
Oh, how about that? Shit.
Alright, Lava Child just sort of jumps into this sacred flame as he's burnt for 19 radiant damage. He tumbles forward. Rin shoots a radiant sunbolt, hitting him for 7 damage. He then clambers up to Osbin, and he's about to probably the same height as Osbin. He tries to grab on to you, Osbin, with these sharp nails, and he grabs you, clawing into your flesh for 5 slashing damage. And he opens up his mouth. Do you like bones?
No.
And he chomps onto you for 7 piercing damage. And then he chuckles. And he quickly runs back into the ship. And he disappears from view. Provokes from you, Osbin, if you want to do like an improvised weapon attack or an unarmed strike if you like.
Yeah. Can I like I'll try and like punch him as he leaves.
All right, make a strength check. All right, you hit him, and it's 1 plus your strength mod, which is
0.
0.
So it's 1.
All right, you just punch the kid in the face for 1 bludgeoning damage, so he runs
Bite
away.
me.
You bitch slapping.
You punch the kid in the face.
All right,
I think we should leave.
Cloud, you're up.
Let's draw them away from this thing. He'll move away.
As you look around, you see just gouts of flame shooting up with massive columns of smoke all around you. Some molten bits of rock, large boulders, and rivers and lakes of lava all around you. Very hostile terrain. The heat is starting to pick up.
This is a bad place.
You take an action?
Actually, can I hold it?
Yeah, you can ready an action. If
I
you
will
like.
ready a ray of frost for one of them appearing.
If you do that, it will require concentration. The tentacles will go down.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not going
ready?
to go into them purposefully.
Ready a ray of frost. One of them come out. Alright, Elspin, after punching the kid, you're up.
Okay. That kind of hurts, so I'm a little bit upset. So I'll shoot the one that I can barely see in the north twice with
Okay.
broken arrows.
Alright, he's dodging, so it'll be regular attack. And snap the metal tips off your arrows and shoot a wooden arrow. And it hits. You hit him for 6 points of damage. Arrow shaft sticks into him. Oh! You hit him again. Another 6 damage.
You shouldn't bite me, and then I'll move back. That's not the right thing. Move back by Cloud.
I'm not gonna bite you! I'm gonna eat you! I'm gonna eat all of you!
That requires biting, young one.
He just smiles.
I think all they can do is smile.
Oh god.
I'm gonna test something. I'm gonna firebolt him, see if he's immune.
It does not affect him. The fire just...
But I will.
Alright, you use your elemental affinity to give yourself fire resistance for 1 hour.
I'm feeling I'm gonna need that. Maybe not against these guys.
At the end of your turn, Auric, before your turn, Gaius, Lava Child pops out. He jumps down from the ship. And he runs. No longer frightened as well. He runs at Rin. And
I'd say that hits.
just bites onto your face for 15 piercing damage. He just like... As he's doing that, he savagely tries to rip his claws into you, take chunks of flesh out. But that misses. He ends his turn there. Stumpy little legs take him no further. Gaius.
Do I get that held action?
Oh yes, you can use your reaction now as well, Cloud. As he comes out, you have advantage. That hits. And it hits him for 6 cold damage. And starts to freeze up. guys.
All right. Just gonna look at this one that attacked her and be like, you dumb creatures, and pooling more necrotic energy in my hand, I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
Yeah, you do.
All
That
right.
thing's dead.
It's like as soon as you touch him, he just explodes.
That's just from rolls.
Like, you don't even, like you just touch him with a fingertip.
That's so much dead.
Jesus,
Like, you don't
ignore the
even
top,
fully
that's
like
fine.
grab him. You just touch him with your fingertip and he just bits of molten rock just explode out from him.
Ah,
Ugh.
well, that's
Sometimes I surprise myself in the weirdest ways. Ugh, as I wipe off molten rock from my body.
for a 2nd level spell. That is so fucking stout. Holy shit.
Very impressive.
That's my turn. I guess I'll just end.
50 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Disgusting. Alright, let's see.
Mathan.
I'm going to cast Toll the Death on the one on the back.
Alright.
27.
27 necrotic damage.
Oh,
Great damage.
He actually starts to melt too. Base melts away. It's pretty badly
Oops.
hurt.
Going to move over here.
Alright, he just sort of stomps up on the ground as he tries to get back to the ship. He looks at Gaius and quivers, and then he starts chucking a tantrum. I want to go back to the ship! I want to go back to the ship! And ends his turn there, dodging.
I'm gonna use 15 feet. I'm gonna use 15 feet to get like right behind the wing of this thing. Kind of pop over it with my hand held, palm out at him, and we're gonna unload 3 of these radiant darts into him. So, first attack.
That's a hit. Yeah, for 7 radiant damage.
Second attack.
Another hit. Another big chunk of molten rock explodes off of him.
And bonus action attack. Nope.
9 is a miss as he tumbles out of the way.
16 hits.
He's dodging.
Yeah, he's taking the dodge
Oh,
action.
he's dodging.
He's been dodging for the
That's right.
last couple of rounds.
Move back to there. That's my turn.
Right, before your turn, Cloud, this lava child, he runs out of the
Yes.
ship. And he runs at Auric. Leave my brother alone! And tries to claw at you. Sort of tumbles over as he makes his way towards you. Gets to his feet, tries to chomp you, and he just ends his turn there.
Poor silly clown.
Cloud.
All right. Well, he's well within sight. I will blast him with a ray of frost, seeing that, or guessing. Actually, I didn't see the fire not work, did I? Do I have reason to believe it wouldn't?
I'm sure someone can tell you that. And then just the fact that they seem to be some sort of almost like an elemental creature, the way they explode with molten rock and they drip lava for blood, it can't imagine fire is going to hurt these things. And given the hostile environment in which they live. But then he starts yelling out, "Just go! Go, go, go! You're hurting us!"
Good. Get away from our ship,
It's our ship now! We're gonna eat it!
and you die.
He just smiles. Gives you a wry smile.
I mean, we're probably not going to use it anymore, to be honest. But
Let
You
them
willing to
go.
make you willing to bet everything on that? That ship's the way we got here.
We're gonna eat this ship, and then we're gonna lay eggs everywhere.
Ugh, I don't want more of these things running around. Look at them. It's vile. I mean, I'm vile, but like, these are.
But 18 is a
He
hit.
makes,
You shoot
he makes the decision.
a red beam of energy. It hits the lava child. Frosty Eminent starts to freeze around his legs. Movement is slowed. Osbin.
I really don't appreciate being bitten. Yes, they're trying to eat me, but bitten. So I'm gonna shoot it again.
The hit. Another wooden arrow spikes through him. 6 damage.
And then another one with extra attack.
And you hit him again. Another 6 damage.
And then I will end my turn, but ask everybody, are we going to kill them or should we back off? It doesn't seem like you guys know yet.
oh, I'm not sure.
Feels like we've tried to leave, but they just keep jumping out of the ship and biting somewhere.
Oric.
Okay. I'm going to use my staff to cast Ice Storm on this guy back here.
Jesus.
Ice Storm's not that big of a deal, really.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
The
Oh!
It should have 46 cold damage in there as well. 2d6 bludgeoning and 46 cold. And the area
I forgot to add
becomes
that in.
lightly obscured and difficult terrain. Like a 15-foot radius.
Damage to his 46. Yeah.
Yeah. He has advantage because he's dodging, but he still fails.
Do I need to recast it?
Need to roll 46. Don't have the 46 in there. Alright, this battering radius of hailstorms they just rip into the lava child, and as it subsides, there's nothing left of him except some glowing rocks on the ground as he explodes.
Oops. I hope that wasn't your brother.
And then this like hazy fog just continues to emanate in that area. And he looks, "You owe me! You come to our house and you shouldn't be here, and now you're killing us!"
Well, this one's focused on Auric. I'm just gonna like walk, like kind of lightly sneak around behind him and then like grab the back of his head and inflict wounds. First level.
Alright, it's been working well so far.
What could go wrong? Last first level spell slot.
The hit.
Alright, I should also turn off Aura of Hate because I don't think it works. Yeah. So, alright. First level.
Jesus.
You grab onto him and he just explodes onto the ground at your feet.
Ugh.
Well, I suppose that took the question out of it. Shall we go back?
Well, let's inspect the
Inspect
ship.
And make sure they
Right
didn't
here.
lay eggs, as they were saying.
Alright, so you guys take a look at the ship, and it's just as you left it, in good condition. And
Vandellan's still there?
Vandellan is not here. And one of you guys can make an intelligence check to try and remember how to open this thing. It ain't easy to open this Githyanki ship.
I look at Math Van.
Okay.
You're the one that flew us here.
I'll
You
make
flew
it.
this thing? Holy shit.
Alright, you're grabbing onto the panels, Math Fan, and you notice some small bite marks around the panels. And it's sort of messing with the way you open it. Can't figure out how to open it anymore.
Right.
All of the panels are seamless with the ship. And the Githyanki script that was sort of lining the panels, it's been disturbed, been chewed on a little bit.
Okay. Going to pretend that I know what I'm doing and say, "Open sesame." Happen?
And nothing happens.
Well, I'm gonna give you an explanation that the Ethernet cables corrected with the red and blue, they are quantified to the square and the messed up to the third level, and gonna open it.
That sounds pretty bad. Well, good thing we're gonna be riding a dragon out of here anyway.
What's an Ethernet cable? I'm so confused.
No idea.
It's from my homework. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Sounds magical.
sounds like a powerful weapon. Ethernet.
It's the Githyanki script. Some of these small runes etched into the side of it.
Somebody can try to figure it out, but
Nah. Rim believes Math Van.
No sign of Vandellan. To be honest, wasn't much hope for him anyway after his mind was
Yeah, he
devoured.
lost all. Unless one of us all of a sudden had greater restoration, I don't think we were going to be able to help him.
As
Give me,
you
like,
guys
right now.
head back towards the teleporter, the Mephits are chuckling. Laugh, children. They bited you. That was
Could have
funny to
warned us.
watch. What? Warn
Could have
you?
warned us.
Where's the fun in that? Much fun. Watch you get bit. They bited your friend as well.
Very well, then we won't help you get past the barrier.
Hey! No, you say you do. We had a deal.
Such fun, he says, grinning at them toothily.
He blows a big cone of ash and smoke, and it just sort of hits this distinct difference in the two textures of the ground here and floods outwards. And then they run and just slam up against it. Hey! You're not going to get in now. We know trick to get in. We not tell you.
All right, Math. Then Rin is completely ignoring the Mephits at this point.
I give him the middle finger.
Did you guys go back to the portal?
Yeah.
Behind
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
we're
oh shit, Oric is outside.
Right on.
I would presume Oric goes with you guys. Let's move on with you
Okay.
guys. Alright, so as you come to this churning river of lava, it just flows off in different directions, and a few hundred feet to your east, you can actually just see like the astral plane, just this big swirl of pinks and purples, and Githyanki skivs constantly flying overhead. You guys are several thousand feet away from those ships. There is this circular platform with two concentric red glowing rings surrounding it, and 6 sockets, each one shaped slightly differently, a jagged sort of shape. Perfectly fit the red orbs.
I'll give 3 of the red orbs to Mathvan, and I'll get the other 3 and start placing them.
And when you put them in, you put all 6 in, and suddenly, woof, a glyph appears on the platform. A red glowing glyph. A circle.
Oh shit.
And standing on it,
Okay.
you feel like you're starting to get lifted up. As if it's teleporting you.
Alright, well, no time like the present. I'll
Let's go
hop
meet
in.
some dragons.
Alright, you guys stand on the glyph, and as you stand there for about 10 seconds, these red motes of light start to rise up around you, followed by red tendrils of energy that start to wrap around your arms and legs. And in an instant, you're whisked away. You reappear somewhere else. Underground. Surrounded by lava.
Ah,
Some sort of cavern. And it's fairly dark apart from this glowing lava all around you that's just swirling, churning in and out of the red hot ground beneath you. You're inside the Red Dragon Caves now.
like jumping from foot to foot. Hot, 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 hot.
About 30 feet away from you, to the east, you see 2 tiny red dragons frolicking and playing with a magma method. The area is cavernous. Ceiling is roughly concave, 25 feet overhead. There are columns of rocks bisecting this cavern in all different directions. And
Oh boy.
you see the magma mephits and the dragons. They seem to be playing with each other. The mephit flies around, darting from here to there, and the 2 red dragons, as they play, they unleash their breath weapons on the magma mephit. Each dragon is about 4 foot tall, wings jutting out of its back, tiny little horns on its head. Exhumes its breath weapon in a 15-foot cone, and the fire washes over the magma mephit and doesn't affect the magma mephit. Keeps on flying out of reach. The dragons even flutter up to try and catch it. The magma mephit's just a little bit too quick for it. And as you teleport in, immediately the magma mephit backs up, and the 2 wormlings turn towards you all, and they start hissing. Yeah. And speaking in Gith, they say, "Ah, we are playing. Do you want to play too? Hey, fun. Yes. Play with us." Open their mouths and fire comes out.
I will say in Draconic, because I don't speak Gith. Hello there, young ones. Is your mother or father home?
Huh?
Big dragon. Where are the big dragons at?
Why you want to know? You want to play?
Well, we might play later, but we have business to attend to at the moment. So could you please tell us where the adults are?
You are not Githyanki. You're not supposed to be here. We're supposed to eat you, maybe. Yes, looks tasty. Crunchy.
Oh, we're not tasty at all.
First we must cook. Unless you want to play. Play. They start fluttering around 10 feet in the air, just hovering where they are.
Auric,
Does-
aren't you kind of... I look to Auric, like these? You know, you guys share some kinship. Maybe you could try speaking to them.
That didn't work too well the last time.
Oh, shit.
But I was dealing with a much bigger dragon.
So you want to play? Play with us?
We don't want to play.
Huh? Then you give
We
us
need to
treasure.
see.
You add to our horde. Yes, we powerful dragon. We need horde.
It got to see one with a horde already.
No! You play?
Well,
You give us treasure? Or we eat you?
hey,
We seek an
Hold on.
audience with your elders.
we have something for you, but you will have to share it between the both of you.
Tell me.
Hmm?
Yes, we share.
I want to take out the... Because we have a bunch of, like, stuff in our bag that we're never going to use.
Yeah,
in
we have
terms
so
of-
many gems and stuff.
So I'm going to take out
Presumably, just
the...
give them, like...
I'm going to take out, like,
Let's see.
take out like a handful, like three or four gems. We'll take out we'll take out like 3 amber gems. Look, these are very valuable.
How much are they worth?
100 gold apiece. Actually, I'll put in 4. 2 for each of you.
Chinese. Chinese? And coins! Must have coins for treasure.
Ah, yes. Well, will any coins do?
Yes, shiny coins. In a big pile.
I could give them. They're not that smart at the moment because they're still young. Hopefully. Like I could offer 200 copper pieces as well. They're very shiny. All of them just like this one.
They flutter down to inspect. Many, 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 many. Big pile, yes. Okay. And what you say to us? Which one of us is stronger? And then they both sort of flex. I am Waxicle, Emberdean. The one on the left is Emberdean. This is Waxicle.
So they both flex. Does one of them actually look stronger than the other?
No, they look about the same.
I don't know. You are both so powerful. It's hard to gauge just which of you is more powerful.
I'm gonna take a quick look around me. Can we walk out of this place, out of this circle of lava,
Yeah, you'd
without
probably
getting
wanna-
hurt?
Like jump over the river, but yeah, there's like just tunnels and caverns leading off in all different directions. Why are you still standing before us? Everyone know me stronger. And Emberdean sort of flutters forward. You're supposed to bow to us. Yes, we are greater than you. Yes, we are stronger than you. You are chewy and weak. We can make you burned and taste you. Yes.
Oh, great and powerful Waxicle and Emberdean, we are unworthy. And I'll like push the copper pieces and the and the gems forward.
I like bow to them as well.
Rin, make a persuasion check.
I'm not too great at these, but we'll see. Haha.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Yes, that's it. Foolish little humanoids. Bow before us. We are mighty. And they start scooping up the treasure in their wings. And they excitedly hurry off. Like, make a little horde.
These little shits. Okay.
Alright, well, now that we don't have to kill young ones and then possibly anger the older ones, let's go find one of the older ones.
I agree.
You guys get 850 XP. Dealing with the dragons.
We got out of that pretty light. Just some copper pieces and some amber gems.
Got a little horde here. They like start arguing with one another.
I suggest we move before they come back asking for more.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this is the way to go up.
You just see like tunnels and caves in every different direction.
Go over here.
We'll have to pick a direction and go.
It all looks very similar. There are 2 to 5 foot large boulders sitting on the ground with tiny rocks scattered around them. And as you look up to here, Mathan, you notice scratched into the wall some words in Gith. It says, to Kreish Kalia.
And
I also speak gifts, so do I see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't Kreish Kalia the way we don't want to go? That's like to 50
Oh,
gifts
that's-
and ancient red dragon.
That's the place we want to go if we would like to die again.
okay. Oh, alright, got it. So we go the other direction. Any signs in here?
No. You see the tunnel split to 2 massive caverns to the south, and the magma messet flies over, and already the dragons are back playing with the mephit. Laying quotation marks. Using their breath weapons on it. As you head down into this large cavern, it's very nondescript. The ground is very, very hot, and you guys are starting to sweat profusely. The heat here is very intense. And you see just a tunnel leading off to the south. On this wall to the south here, it actually says the same thing. To Kreish Kalia.
Ah, we picked the wrong way.
Nope. I was gonna do a quick 180 and just bounce.
As you guys are moving, suddenly, everyone actually roll me a d20.
No, just a straight D20.
Auric, make a dexterity save.
Oh no. Is he within 10 feet of me? No. Shit. Damn.
Ooh.
Ah.
Alright, some of the crust breaks open underneath your foot, and as you step on a particularly thin spot on the floor, you fall, and there is a small little bit of lava here that you fall into, and let me just see how deep this tunnel's going to be. Alright, you fall 20 feet, and as you fall, you take falling damage.
Can I
Straight
try to
down.
grab him?
His dex save was for that, to try and grab someone. So
Okay.
He's out of an arm's reach when this happens.
Okay, that's fine.
And alright, as you fall, Auric, you take 11 bludgeoning damage, and you fall into the lava. Or you've got fire resistance, luckily. Splashing into lava, you take 19 points of fire damage, and it's just like a small tubular tunnel straight down, splashing into lava. And if you don't get out quickly, you'll take that damage again.
Is there anywhere where I am without lava?
It's
In
just
the lava.
a small pool in which you have just splashed into, and the actual hole itself is about 3 foot in diameter,
Look out!
and
Cloud says.
and then it's just a tube, cylindrical hole.
Grappling hook. Say, grab this.
If you pull out a rope, it's just going to combust straight away.
Oh shit.
Cloud looks down at you, Auric, and whispers some arcane syllables. He's going to cast Levitate.
Haha,
Alright.
good spell.
Do you
Glad
try
you
and,
have that.
do you try to resist, or?
Hell no.
All right. Suddenly, you start to rise out of the surface of the lava, and if you grab onto one of these obsidian walls, you can just push yourself straight up and out
Right.
of safety,
Thank you.
and you get
Very
out
quick
of this
thinking, Cloud.
magma pocket.
Ouch.
I told you I would be of use to you.
That
did not lie.
hurt.
And I will end concentration. So
One
he
of
can
you
cleanse
much
himself.
more. Be careful.
You want to end concentration?
Yeah, just so he can alight on the ground.
So,
Gingerly
cross
round there.
to cross this gap over here.
That's a column of rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's sort of slanted upwards. So it starts off sort of here, and then it slants up to meet like the roof, 20 feet overhead, in the center point. Very sharp, jagged column.
I want
So I
to
guess-
try up north.
Gaius will also, as we're walking, be like, perhaps everyone should stay within 10 or so feet of me. You might find that if rock breaks beneath your legs, you're a bit more dexterous in the climb.
Well, I mean, we can try.
Okay, you guys head up into another cavern. There are some 8-foot wide tunnels sloping around, and you feel like you are traversing through the hollow interior of this dead creature. Hate to think, but this could very well be the bowels of the creature,
Oh,
Oh,
given the position on which you are in Tunarath.
we shall not speak of this, alright?
Mum's the word.
As you around the corner, you see a bright glow. There's lava flowing against an eastern wall here of a cavern. Tiny little tributaries are trickling down. Spiderweb. They completely got the non-dynamic lighting. For some reason I didn't have it here. There is some light coming off this lava. Or if you have experienced it. And it's another pretty nondescript cavern. And there's a tunnel leading off to the north. Yeah. There are some Yankee words scribed against this northern wall.
Right? What does it say?
Take a look, and it just says V's lair.
that sounds like a dragon to me.
Have we heard of a dragon? Their name starts with a V. What about the dragon that we encountered before we went to
Sure.
the one that helped us the first time? Well, help.
The one
Quote,
at the
unquote.
barracks?
Yeah.
Not that name.
Okay. Couldn't remember. Well, it is a lair, so
The name of that dragon is Asherathanta.
Okay.
That one.
Should
Asherathanta.
should we rest before we go to see this dragon, or just? I mean, this thing is presumably some greater version of the red draconic dragon, so it's not exactly. If things go bad, we probably want to be prepared. I don't know how well we would be able to sleep in here, though.
Well, as hot as it is, I don't think that we would be able. I wouldn't be comfortable enough sleeping here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would not.
You feel like your breath is being taken away. It's quite noxious in here as well with the sulfur and the smoke. You could rest. You feel like you're definitely at risk of heat exhaustion.
I don't think we should long rest in here. The most that I think we should do is a short rest, if anything.
I'm just worried about if things go south with the dragon. If we're not completely prepared, it might.
Well, it's just, I think it's just gonna be worse to try to rest.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
well,
We might.
Cloud already seems to be exhausted. I wouldn't want him to succumb to any further exhaustion.
The heat is not kind to my kind.
Yes, all that fur must be terribly uncomfortable sometimes.
I'm paying close attention to the ground, by the way.
It starts to slope upwards. And as you round the corner here, Mathvan, the tunnel extends on as far as you can see into the darkness.
Okay.
You keep on traveling down, and you travel for several hundred feet before the ground starts to change. It turns into some slated stairs made from some sort of white rock and continues onwards. And let's take a 10-minute break now when we get back
Okay.
to see what V's lair is.
Cool.
All right, sounds good.
Just a quick thing, Seb.
Yeah.
Suboxy do have dark vision. I don't know if you need to set an aura or something for me.
Oh, let me fix that up. For some reason, I thought they did. I couldn't see it on your...
It's in a weird spot. It's like right under my arcane recovery.
Okay, let me save that for you. Well, they did, and then I didn't see it. And I thought they didn't. See you guys back shortly.
Two gods poop. Question of the day.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
I'm here.
Good.
Hey. So, is everyone back? So,
I'm here.
right, as you guys follow this tunnel for several hundred feet, you start to find some stairs here that are roughly carved and alabaster in color. They lead up to a 10 by 5 foot landing in which there are a heavy looking set of doors. Grand looking doors. They're arched, they're 12 feet tall, they're made from some sort of solid metal, and they're carved with images. Tiamat, the 5-headed dragon queen. This looks similar to the mosaic that you guys saw on the floor. The room of the Kruthic pen in the outpost from earlier.
Okay.
Think we are on the right track.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would say that's definitely the lair of a dragon.
So what's the plan? How do we parlay with this creature?
Loot. Lots of loot. Hopefully that's enough.
Just loot. All right.
I mean, they like shiny things. Maybe want something a little more than copper and a few small gems. But
Although the floor here is this like nice alabaster color, the walls are still very much all obsidian and sort of very natural looking. And there's still a lot of heat here, big presence of heat. Feel it almost radiating off this door.
Okay. I'm going to try to open the door.
Does not open.
Is it because I'm very strong or?
They seem to be locked, but there's no
Locked.
keyhole. Something is keeping it stuck. Could be like an arcane lock or something, some sort of abjuration ward.
should we knock?
I'm gonna knock. Like, not the spell knock, the regular knock.
You knock,
Hello.
and it's hard to sort of knock on this door because it's so very big. But like to get some sort of effective sound from tapping, so very solid, but you do not get a response.
All right. I'm going to ritual cast identify on the door or the lock to see what we're dealing with.
Okay. Spend 10 minutes here casting the ritual spell. And nothing happens during that 10 minutes. You touch the door, and lo and behold, there is an arcane lock keeping the door shut.
Can I recall or do an arcana check to see if this spell magic would work on this type of lock?
Well, the thing is, you learn the command word.
Oh.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
The command word is, "All hail the mighty Volaxiel."
Okay.
Okay.
Now the dragon's name.
Well, all hail the mighty V.
The doors release this gout of steam, and they just come away slowly, revealing a grand-looking temple-like hallway. You see steps descending down with pillars supporting a vaulted ceiling 60 feet overhead. There are torches and sconces jutting out of the walls. It looks very grandeur, and beyond that you can see a wooden walkway, some pillars of rock descending downwards, and everybody hears something. Just about everyone, unless your passive perception is less than 12.
Let's
There
see.
is someone hiding behind a nearby pillar, and as you guys move in, jumps out to attack. It's a Githyanki. Wearing plate mail. He has a silver greatsword in his hand.
Ah, shit.
And if your passive perception is less than 12, he does surprise you.
Yeah, he surprises me. It's nice knowing you guys.
Less than 12. Let's see. Oh no, 13.
Mathvan, you are up.
Oof.
It's a single Githyanki.
All right. I'm going to step over here and cast. You said he looks like one of those knights, right, with a silver sword.
Yes.
Alright.
It looks
So I'm
like
gonna
that guy
cast-
in the middle of the artwork there. Baroque style, plate mail.
I'm gonna cast Bestow Curse, and I'm gonna use the one that he doesn't take any actions on his turn.
I haven't set to whisper. An 18 on his wisdom save.
That's save. Well, it was nice meeting you guys.
As you rush in from behind this pillar, he turns and he slices at you with his silver greatsword. He misses with the attack. And as you look to the north, Mathvan, you see this big explosion of lava. Lava rains down onto the ground here. And from the bottom of this temple, you just see a sheer drop off. You can just see smoke, sulfur just radiating upwards. Obviously a lot of lava ahead. A head the size of you, with red hair, appears from below.
Oh shit! I was hoping it was a dragon.
A fire giant. And it seems to be climbing up from below, and in its hand it has this molten globule of rock.
That's bad.
Not good.
He just climbs up, and he's looking like he's getting ready to throw this rock. He joins the initiative as well. Goes on count 10. As that happens, looks like a very synchronized attack. Rason will take his second attack at you, Math Fan.
Oh, he's named.
And you block the attack. Psychic energy emanates off contact of your blade on his armor. And then he's going to Misty Step behind you guys here. Disappears, reappears in a silvery mist next to Cloud and Osmond. And he ends his turn there. We're in.
Ah, well. Shit. 5. Yeah, I get it. Let's take some swings at this guy. Swing 1.
That hits.
The mace will glow with divine wrath. I'm put a first level smite on this.
As your mace glows, you pummel him. It sort of sears through his armor, cracking one of the gemstones and set within it, hitting him for 20 points of damage.
Swing the mace again. Nope.
Natural 1 misses as he just brings up his greatsword and parries you.
Alright, then I'm going to I'm gonna bonus action use a key point to step of the wind so I can disengage. I've used 15 foot. I'll get there. So I'm trying to get like behind the pillar so I'm not immediately available to get hit by a rock from this fire giant.
Okay, the pillar will give you half cover.
Okay.
As you see this temple-esque hallway sloping down, you notice there are two 10-foot platforms. About 20, if you had to guess, you'd say 22 feet below the elevation of this level. And there
pretty
is
good at judging distances.
a rickety wooden bridge, which for some reason, not getting completely consumed by this obvious radiant heat churning out of the area, and then just like a massive cabin beyond that. Cloud.
This is not a super position to be in. So Cloud is going to Misty Step. Over here. And he'll blast him with Scorching Rays.
Because you've done a leveled spell as a bonus action now, the only other spell you can do on your turn is a cantrip.
Gotcha. Okay, so then Ray of Frost, why not? Actually, no. I changed my mind. No, actually I will. I'm sorry.
All good.
Woo!
Now that hits.
Sometimes it's hard to come in with a higher level character.
The beam of frost, it just finds a gap in his plate mail and cuts a hole straight through him. A little trickle of green blood starts to drip down the wound and then freeze up as ice wraps around his legs and arms, slowing him down as well by 10 feet.
And I still have move, yes?
Yep, you've got all your movement.
Getting out of the direct line of sight of that giant boulder.
Oops, I accidentally took off the damage twice for some reason.
Oh, that's okay. Just kidding.
I'm sure nobody minds.
You'll hide behind me, who's hiding behind the column.
Husband.
Okay. Since this is why I took it, I'm going to attempt to gust him away from me. He has to make a strength saving throw, DC 13.
Gust of wind? Is it the spell?
The gust cantrip.
Oh, gust cantrip. Okay. Seize the air and compel. Never seen this before. Alright, you have to make a
Because
strength
almost
save.
almost nobody takes this cantrip. That's actually very... That's very good use of the cantrip.
Alright, you create a little explosion of air, attempting to force him back. However, he digs his greaves into the alabaster floor and does not move.
Okay. Then as a bonus action, I'm going to second wind. That absolutely did not work. I am not sure why. I fought this before and it did not like this, but it should be 1d10 plus my fighter level.
Yeah. See what's happening there.
Good.
Oh yeah, it works. Okay, 10 healing. Shrug off
I
the
had-
injuries from earlier.
I just changed it to where I had a second damage that was trying to do my fighter level, which was not working. So
Oh,
I took
okay.
that off, so that was just the dice. So I think it should be 17.
Yeah, you should be topped up. Completely fine now.
And then that will be it.
I wonder who this fire giant's hitting.
As the giant climbs up, he just sort of curls his his elbow over, easily managing to clamber up onto this platform, and he rises. His head practically touches the 20-foot high roof, and lava is dripping down his armor. It's actually glowing red hot, and the lava also seems to drip down his flesh as if he's just come from a submerged pool of lava. And he clambers up here quite easily. He takes one step and the entire hall shudders. Takes another step, the hall shudders again. Takes another step. You notice a massive sword. He's holding it just like this token is. He's just got it resting on his shoulder. And he looks down at you, Mathan. And with this molten glob of rock, he just sort of pushes it forward off from his chest. And luckily, it clings off of your shield. It just explodes all around you, and molten globules of rock roll downwards back towards him as smoke just wafts upwards from a mighty explosion, and you're left unscathed.
Oh,
I thank my deity for
as
that.
you should.
He ends his turn there. Gaius.
Question: am I technically surprised because my passive perception is 10,
Yes, you are.
and I do nothing?
Yes, because of the Skithianki doing the surprise attack. Oric.
Okay, I'm gonna quicken Blight on the giant. And then I'm gonna firebolt the Githyanki.
Send out this virulent black cloud. It hits him. Your spell slots are saying they're empty for some reason. You might want to
Shouldn't.
fix that up.
Oh,
Wait
when
a
you
second.
when you cast the ice storm.
Oh, when I cast
So,
Side
yeah.
Storm,
Yeah.
it took my 4th level spell slot, but
All right,
it
it hits.
shouldn't have.
Yeah. All right, it hits him,
Okay.
and it fails the saving throw. It hurts him a bit, and I see a couple of black veins start to leach their way up his neck. All in all, though, it's such a tiny injury on this 20-foot tall behemoth.
Then with the cantrip, I will firebolt the git.
You turn around and hit him for 10 fire damage. Fire just envelops him.
You're behind this column. Good thinking, Ren.
You run down these slanted steps.
Goes to
Not fan.
Okay. I'm going to cast Banishment, which I am.
Oh.
Oh,
Jesus!
come on.
You start to feel the spell form around him, and he sort of twists and turns a little bit, and you struggle to keep the spell on him, and then he just breaks out of it, and the spell subsides.
Okay, so I'm gonna spread out.
Oh, shit.
Gasson, the Githyanki Knight, he steps around here and then here. As he does, he tries to slash through you, Osborne. What? Swings over your head. Back misses. Then he misty steps as a bonus action. And he reappears next to Cloud. As he comes in from that misty step, he's already got his sword behind him, and he lurches at you, swinging with all of his might. And he hits you as the blade contacts your skin. This ringing sound fills your ears. A high-pitched volume splits your mind. You hit for 17 damage.
By him.
And he ends his turn there.
You say bite him?
Yep. Go for the throat.
Breaking out of this icy garb that you've dressed him in. At the end of his turn. Rin.
Alright. Let's go. Well, we're gonna take some mace attacks on this guy. Attack 1.
You swing upwards and he brings the blade down, hitting a 9 away. Swing again and he blocks you, this time just so casually using the pommel to hit the mace, deflect it.
Oh, what the hell?
+4?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at just now. What?
Is she giving you strength?
Well, yeah, it moved it to strength, and it only says 2 on the damage. What the hell? Okay, well, a little late for the other rolls that I did, but
That's weird. 2 damage?
yeah, well, would a 18 hit? Because it should be a +7.
Okay. Yes, an 18 would.
Okay, let me change the damage on this. I don't know why I did that.
Did it do it from the other attacks as well? The other attacks it did. Well, it did a +7 for the first one, and then it did a +4 for the second one. So it changed somehow in between
What the hell?
attacks.
It changes so you can miss.
It's
That is hilarious.
because you got a natural 1, Rin, that's why. Alright, you hit him for 9 bludgeoning damage, and he's starting to hurt.
Alright, because I was looking at it and I was like, wait a minute, my unarmed attacks are +7. Let's see, and then I will use a key point to Flurry of Blows, and I'll do a couple of quick jabs. Actually, I'll throw a jab.
You're gonna do like Street Fighter, like E-Honda, like those punches.
I'll throw a quick jab on him.
That hits. You jump up sort of on the lip of this wall and crack him.
And my fist will glow with divine fury as I throw a first level smite on it. Ah, what a shitty roll.
You leave a radiant sear mark on his cheek as he tilts his head to the side.
And then we'll try to finish it up with a roundhouse to his face.
That is a hit.
And as much as I want to, I'm not going to smite on this one.
You kick him in the ribs for another 6 bludgeoning damage as you continue to backflip back down to your original position. And he grabs his side, spits some more green blood on the ground.
Yeah, well, he's gonna crit me next turn, and it'll be it'll be over for Rin. But for now, that's my turn.
Wow.
All right. Cloud goes the unexpected route, and he will try to clock this guy with his staff.
Oh.
It doesn't go well.
Ugh.
He usually tilts his head to the side. Attack misses.
He just grins at him.
He grins back.
And he will misty step away.
There's the blood from his mouth. You
Why are we
vanish.
smiling? And then you poof away.
Spent too much time with the lava child.
Oh god.
Husband.
Okay, I'm going to move up a little bit to get a better look at this ginormous creature down the stairs and take a shot at it.
That is a hit.
Nice.
Sweet.
Okay, so then that should be the damage, and I want to use a grasping arrow
Okay.
to
Yeah.
try and catch it in brambles.
Alright, as you hit him, suddenly the tip of the arrow sort of explodes and vines with sharp thorns whap around him. And he takes 2d6 poison damage. His speed is reduced by 10 feet. And if he moves, he takes more slashing damage.
I've missed grasping arrow.
That's awesome.
The thorns inject poison into him for 8 damage. And this giant creature is completely wrapped by them now.
Oh, sweet.
And then for my second attack, I'm going to... I'll shoot the Githyanki this time.
That hits him. Turn and put an arrow to his leg. 6 piercing damage.
It's
And then we will call that good.
Fire Giant opens his mouth. His deep trembling voice speaks in Giant. Mogros, Migros, Matkra, Mod. As he steps, the entire hallway shudders. Even Chryson is having to catch his footing. And the vines rip through him for 2d6 slashing damage.
Nice.
They slice into his flesh, inflicting minor injuries. He takes another thundering step, and again everything shudders. And he pokes his head around the corner, Math Van, and he comes in with a huge cleaving swing with his greatsword.
Duck Math Van. Oh.
It hits,
Oh.
and
Shit.
hits you for 31 slashing damage with his 10 foot long greatsword. Rutula takes another thundering step forward. And he looks over at you again, Mathan, over to Gaius. He looks up at everyone else. And he brings the greatsword up over his head and down towards Gaius. Rule us! He cleaves into you. 27 slashing damage.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ian's his turn there.
Uh,
Not quite reaching Osbin. But he's got his eyes set on you, Osbin.
well, shit. Guys, like, gets up, or, well, not knocked down, but, like, probably on one knee after getting pancaked by this greatsword. And takes a step forward. Raising his greatsword ever so, like, hesitantly at this giant. He's gonna take some swings. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, everything looks good.
There you go. There you
and,
go.
I'm smiting.
Alright, your greatsword just explodes with energy.
Oh.
You can see this like aura of darkness start to rise from Gaius.
We look at this giant and be like, I don't know what you're saying, but fuck you! And I'm gonna
Nice.
for that much damage.
Nice.
24 slashing, 10 cold damage, and 36 radiant. Alright, when you hit him, there's just a massive explosion of energy, divine energy and ice just explodes over him, almost knocking him off his feet, and you've just jammed the greatsword like all the way up into the crossguard into his belly. And he chokes, and as he sort of chokes, blood starts to sort of churn from his mouth, and it freezes as this like frost is coming out of his mouth from the injury, and this like slushy of red blood just trickles down his armor, and he is seriously injured after that attack.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna pull the greatsword out and stab it right back in where I hit him.
Come on, double crits.
Oh,
That
that would
hits
have been
him.
awesome.
Alright,
Alright, you stab him again, and he leans forward. He smashes down onto one knee, his greave cracking a hole in the floor, and he leans forward, just wincing in pain, close to death, as you hit him for another 26 damage.
The definitely changes what I was gonna do.
I'm gonna be like, guys, like, holy shit, I can't believe that worked, and he's done.
Okay,
Alright.
I am going to. Going to quicken haste on Rin. I'm gonna blast his gift with a firebolt.
That hits him,
I mean-
and it really explodes when it hits him. It just, as it contacts the Gith, it just keeps on like churning, like a flamethrower, until there's nothing left of the Gith except a charred, burnt corpse and ash.
Oh, nice.
Kills him.
Ring gives
Cool.
you a speedy thumbs up.
Okay.
Nice job, Auric.
I'll chuck those darts at that big fucker.
Embu.
That fan.
I am going to cast Toll the Death on the giant. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
As he falls to one knee, he's just sort of, and you begin to cast the spell, he turns to grab you, Mathan, and he just clenches you in his fist, and he reels back, getting ready to throw you into the lava. The spell goes off, and instead he just collapses to the ground, face first onto the floor, and you see his skin start to tighten around his bone, and he just rots in front of your face, looking like a 10-day-old corpse. Giant corpse.
Nice. I kick his head.
It just
Oh.
breaks off and tumbles down, splashes into the lava.
Shit.
Oh man, that was really something.
It's been a long while.
Ouch.
I have to say, I'm surprised that some of us are alive.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna search the ashes of this Gith.
All right,
I'm
he
gonna
has
healing hands myself.
Okay. He has some Boraic style armor, as they all do. A silver greatsword. And there are 4 rubies set into his armor. 4 times 50 GP rubies. And his silver greatsword. Not a greater silver sword. And other than that, no other possessions. Just his armor and his sword.
Alright, can I switch to the giant?
Sure. The armor is very, very hot and glowing. So you're going to want to wait for that to cool down a bit if you want to go sifting through his
Alright.
his stuff. But from what you can tell, looking through the gaps on his armor, apart from his 10-foot long greatsword, he too does not have any possessions, just his armor and his sword.
Well, shit.
It is not the dragon we were hoping for.
No, but
It did say it was a layer for this.
Okay, I tell everyone to gather around. And for 10 minutes, I'm gonna cast a spell. And I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing at level 3.
As you guys mill about here, you're starting to feel it's hard to breathe. It's incredibly hot. Those of you with fire resistance, doesn't really bother you though. And the heat is quite intense still. As you look over to this central area, it's a massive cavern with a drop 50 feet below you. You see a rickety wooden bridge leading up to a central column of rock in which there are many, many charred humanoid bones scattered around. There are 2 10-foot platforms also suspended by wooden columns that jut up out of the lava, for below you is just a swirling crevasse of lava. The wood, however, does not seem to be getting melted or burned by the lava. And there are other columns of rocks. There are many, many stalagmites jutting around out of the lava as well. And I'll have Gaius and Rin both make me a perception check.
Oh god. Come on.
As you guys look around, you do spot to the far eastern side of the cavern tunnel at about your height leading off this direction. But there's no perceivable way to get over there.
yeah. Well, should one of us try and cross? See what's on that rock over there.
I'm a bit resistant to fire, so.
There is a vortex of flames just jetting up from the floor here towards the ceiling, rising up 20, 30 feet, massive gouts of fire.
That does not look safe.
So that's a no. Okay.
What to do?
Well, this is supposed to be the lair of that dragon, right?
I don't think the giant was the bee we are searching for.
Well, I mean, Mathen heard the name of the dragon when he identified that door.
Oh. Do you think it was the actual dragon or the giant? Was that name a dragon name? What I read in the door?
Sounded like a dragon name.
Okay.
What kind of giant worships Tiamat? Doesn't make sense.
I I'm going to.
I think we will have to take the bridge out to the island and call for the dragon.
Well, I think that I'm gonna try to call for the dragon from here rather than walk out
Mathan,
there.
as you stand near the edge here with your passive perception, you look down to see it looks like a massive set of chainmail sitting down here, 50 feet below you, on a precarious looking island in the lava.
Chain.
Yeah, it looks like a chainmail at first, but then you realize it's like a sack made of chainmail.
Oh.
Far below.
50 feet below you.
I'll point it out to the other people. I also point out that I'm a terrible climber.
Me too. Got burned in the lava.
Could try to use my athletic skill to climb down there, but if I whiff,
There seem to be like
Feel
handholds and footholds. Although this area is very beautifully carved, the remainder of the cavern is stone and very rough. There are plentiful handholds and footholds.
Cloud says, I can climb down there without issue.
Okay. Just in case, I'm gonna give you guidance.
Oh yeah, you have a climb speed as a tabaxi.
Yes, I do. And he will attempt to climb down.
Okay, you dig your claws into the wall. You scale down quite easily. Takes you about 15 seconds. And there is a massive satchel here made of chainmail. Very, very heavy indeed.
I can't bring it up with me.
It might be easier to rifle through it down there, and we just take what we need.
As you open it up, Cloud, you find it to be full of precious gemstones and gold pieces. Well,
It's money.
there's a potion. Now, the potion looks empty, but when you feel it, it's got some weight to it. There is an invisible liquid inside. But that's not what you guys are worried about at the moment. It's the
Oh boy.
It's the stalagmite, the one that's just come to life with tendrils reaching out. A roper, and it's coming straight for Cloud.
and my initiative rolls are always just the worst.
And are terrible too. And they should be good.
Alright.
Rin, this thing just comes to life. It's got lashing tentacles. It simply blended in like a stalagmite until it started to move, and it has this sort of jagged sort of lava running through it as well. It's like molten.
That is worse. Alright, let's first attack, I'll throw a radiant dart at it.
Alright, you'll need to come up to on this platform to get a clear shot of it. But from there you can still...
Is this... Oh, okay,
It's like a 2-foot step down, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was confused.
I mean, you could still hit it from there, but you'd have like a little bit of cover. But yeah, it's a small drop off, and
Yeah,
that hits.
we'll just go to there.
Hit some of its flesh for 7 radiant damage.
Shoot again. Yeah.
This beam is going to fire. Miss. Bouncing straight off of it.
And I'll bonus action also throw another one of those.
20 hits it. And chips off a bit of it for 5 radiant damage. Molten globules drip to the ground.
And then I'll kind of step to here, so I have cover from it. For now, I imagine it'll probably move. That's my turn.
It starts to edge a little bit closer, and it splashes into the lava, moving ever so slowly. It comes to this area and it lets loose tendrils, one at Cloud. It hits you, Cloud, and wraps around you. Lava starts to flick.
Shield.
To 23 on the attack roll.
Oh, wait, that won't help me, will it? Nope, okay, never mind.
Alright, when it wraps around you, you feel a bit of lava sort of flicking off of its tendril, and it wraps around your arms and legs, and it grapples you. While you're grappled in this manner, you are restrained. Rin, you've got 3/4 cover against this. The tendrils reach up from 50 feet below you and try to grab you.
Okay.
That misses. Another one flies at you and wraps around your leg. And that's all it can reach. Now it's going to reel. Rin, you're going to be dragged down 25 feet downwards, so it'll grab you, suspend you in the air, and you'll be hovering like 20 feet above the roper as it's just wildly, with these tentacles just like opening its mouth, getting ready to pop you in there. And Cloud, this is gonna hurt because it reels you and just pushes you into the lava. As soon as you touch that lava, Cloud, you take 48 points of fire damage.
Oh, shit.
It's just dipped you in the lava.
Oh.
And Rin
Oh,
doesn't get you close enough to eat you this turn.
damn.
Oh, no.
Wow. I mean,
Not fair.
is healing you even gonna do anything? How does lava damage work? Is it at the end of the turn or the beginning?
It happens at the start of your turn.
Oh my god, healing.
It's
Healing him might prevent him from dying, though. If he takes damage and then like rolls a natural 1 or something.
It's if you move into it on a turn or start your turn in there.
Oh. Let's see, I don't have anything to get him out of there. But I'm going to give you a heal.
Sorry, this I made a mistake. It's when you enter it for the first time or end your turn there.
Okay. So a heal would help.
Okay.
Yes, he could wake up and try and scramble out of there before he gets like schmelted some more.
All right. I'm gonna give you a healing word as a bonus action.
To get to him, to see him, you need to come right to the edge of this platform. Because it's like 50-foot drop below. You look down and there's just like this intense heat that washes up over you, and it's quite sulfuric as well. You see him down there as the magma roper is just splashing repeatedly into the lava, and Thad, you open your eyes to a horrific scene.
So bonus action, heal him for 10. And my main action is going to be... I cannot cast a spell, so it has to be a cantrip. Toll the death on the monster
Okay.
for 17.
Again, you'll have to be right on the edge here to see it, because it's so far below you. 50-foot drop.
Sure, this is very safe.
Right, you look down at it, and it sort of reacts by flashing its arms backwards. It lets out a bit of a gurgling screech. Takes 17 necrotic damage. Osbin.
Okay. I would like to kind of scramble down these stairs and make my way to the east, and then attempt to take 2 shortbow shots against the creature.
All right, you can you can clearly see underneath. This is just a 1 foot thick platform, so you got a clear line of sight there. A 17 ricochets off the magma roper.
Magma roper.
Ooh. Okay. And then take my second shot against it as well, since there's nothing else in range.
A 19. It also ricochets off its rock hard flesh.
Oh,
What?
And your arrow is just incinerated as well.
Yikes. We will say that is it for now.
Cloud. You are hurting there, being near the lava. You are still
Yes.
grappled and restrained, and you're also prone.
Can I use spells?
Yep.
Well, then let's.
Alright, where would you like to dimension door?
Far, far away. Onto the staircase back there.
Back to
400 free.
material play.
Please.
Alright, suddenly you guys see Cloud just drop into the lava, surrounded by this glowing blue light. He vanishes, and he appears still laying down on the ground near the stairs. Now you can stand up with half your movement. The magma roper's tendril just closes in on itself and retracts backwards like a elastic band. Snaps back.
He will use half his move to stand up. And he'll move forward slightly. He looks panicked, though. Probably rightly so.
Oh, yeah.
Cats are afraid of the water.
Yeah, they're afraid of water, not lava. What's going on?
This is par for the course, you know. This is no joke of a campaign, that's for sure.
Gaius.
It hurts.
I'm gonna move over here. You said it's a 50-foot drop.
Yeah, it's 50 feet below.
Is there like ground underneath this roper?
There is no. It is like just jutting up out of the lava. Only these brown patches here are hot rock. And you can imagine just standing on this rock, you're gonna take like damage from the lava, the heat radiating upwards.
That ain't it. All right. Then I'm just gonna kind of grip my teeth and sheath my greatsword and pull out a javelin and attack with that. So.
You hit it.
All right.
Actually, the range is only 30, right? So you actually be at disadvantage. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
my
quite reach, and it just hits the lava and just implodes. It immolates.
All right. I'll try again.
You can only draw 1 javelin per turn.
Oh, okay.
The
Then.
thrown weapon.
I will just will I provoke an opportunity attack? Do I know if I'll provoke an opportunity attack if I step backwards?
It seems to be able to reach up that far.
Okay, then I'll move. I move like 15 feet to get there. I'll move 15 feet back.
As you move back, it does opportunity attack you, and a tendril whips up to try and grab you on the leg. You got 3/4 cover against this, but it just hits the bottom of the platform and misses.
All right, and that's my turn. All right.
Auric.
It's my 30 feet of movement to move over here. Target the roper with magic missile, and I'm going to cast it at 2nd level.
Alrighty. The 4 darts, they dance around the columns of wood and around Rin, past him. It keeps slamming into the magma roper, hitting it for 16 force damage. breaking away chunks of its stone-like hide. It's like tilting the top of its head back, almost at like a 45-degree angle, just opening this maw up to like throw Rin in there. Single beady eye just staring at you intently.
How far up am I from the...
25 feet.
I'm 25 feet away from it?
Yeah, you're like basically halfway. Either side, the bottom or the top.
Okay.
Tendril can be attacked as well. But you would fall if you cut it.
I would immediately fall. Shit.
You can crawl back into here.
If I Misty Step, would I still be in its grasp?
No. Movement breaks a grapple.
Then I will...
Yeah, if you can move out of the grapple, then it breaks a grapple.
Okay. Then I am going to turn and look towards where Mathan's standing, and then hold on just a minute, and I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step.
All right. You need to
right next to Mathan.
You need to get out of its reach too, so you want to Misty Step onto this area.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know if I could see right there or not.
You can see like maybe like above there, like 5 feet above,
yeah.
and then you drop a little bit.
Yeah, do a superhero landing. Put a 3-point landing.
Free of its grip.
And then
Yeah.
if I can.
You can still move if you want.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
And I will throw my hand towards it and throw a couple of radiant darts its way.
Okay. Again, you'll need to move back. Get a clear line of sight.
Yeah, I mean yeah, but oof, that's fine.
You throw one dart down, it misses.
Miss.
Throw another dart down, pierces straight through it. Hit it for 6 radiant damage.
Then I'll backflip and dance away. But I'll get up to here.
Okay.
And
It
that'll
roars.
be...
Lava bubbles
my turn.
come from its maw. And it looks up at Mathan.
Hello.
It gives you this weird looking smile. And 4 tendrils fly at you.
Oh god, that hits.
Oh no.
One of them flies at you. Grapples you. Grabs you by the ankle. And it moves with hundreds of tiny little cilia underneath its stalagmite-like body. Very, very slowly. Just comes 5 feet closer. And going to reach up and try and grab Auric and Osbin. More tendrils whip up towards Auric. That misses. Whizzes by you and snaps back. A third tendril goes for Osbin. And that hit. Give you half cover, Osbin, that misses. And then one more tendril for Auric. That misses as well. And then it just reels you in, Mathan. Just like pulls you 25 feet down, getting ready to chomp you. Hovering above the air here, above the lava. Reels you 25 feet closer. Mathan.
I'm also going to miss this step. I don't have that spell. But what I do have, if I cannot get away from him, maybe he can get away from me. Then I banish him.
Okay. What's your DC?
17.
You just hear this, and the roper vanishes. And
Oh shit.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no! You didn't think this through.
it's like some Looney Tune shit here.
Oh no.
Matt Fan just like suspended in midair, looks around, and then looks down. Luckily for you, Matt Fan, there is some ground here, but I'm gonna have to ask you to make a dexterity save. If you fail, you'll land in the lava. If you succeed, you'll manage to sort of shift yourself over onto the ground.
I'm doing like I'm gonna go head first into the lava. Kind of like a Olympic diver.
As soon as you're submerged in the lava, you hit for
I'm
34
resistant to
points.
fire.
Oh,
17 fire damage.
7.
And if you fail to save, the roper will come back.
oh no.
Got this, buddy. Nice.
You succeed, and the roper does not come back. And it must be from a different plane of existence, because you heard that popping sound, and it's not going to return as long as you maintain that concentration for a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly get to the underneath this bridge to this place and start breathing like in panic. Wow,
Are you alright?
no, I'm not. I am not. All right. I'm basically pushing myself against the wall.
This is horror.
Yeah, that was
Well-
pretty bad.
Well, this is honestly, I wish I could say I didn't know this, but this is kind of an everyday occurrence for us. Unfortunately,
Wait.
it's one new horror after another. So
You're joking,
you've hitched your trailer to a very, very scary vehicle.
Inside the chainmail sack, there are those items. 600 gold pieces, 13 bloodstones, and a potion of invisibility.
Fan, do you need some help climbing up out of there?
Yes, please.
Mathan, as you look around searching this, you realize you're not alone down here.
Oh no.
There are things moving in the lava.
Of course there are.
I'm gonna start climbing up as quickly as possible.
Like,
Forget about the loot.
You see this creature. It looks like a snake, almost with like a dragon-esque head, frills jutting out to its side, almost resembles seaweed but of lava, and it just juts its head back and forth, moving towards you.
I'm gonna start climbing and ask for help.
I'll like try to heft Malthan up as well.
You guys can lower a rope,
Get a rope down there to him.
grab him and hoist him up before this thing gets to him, and then it just sort of stays near the lava looking up at you.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here! And I throw another javelin at it.
Alright, it just make an attack roll. It hits it and stabs into it. Roll damage. When you do hit it though, it just sinks into the lava and doesn't like that.
Fuck off,
Walks
bird thing.
and it just swims like out of view underneath the surface of the pool.
Well, let's hope there's not another one of those things. Well, I mean, the roper-like thing.
Well, there are
That'd be
many
most
more
unfortunate.
stalagmites. There's one here, one here, one
Stop!
here.
Just stop saying that's it.
Is that a stalagmite? Are these stalagmites?
Well, I'm gonna start throwing sacred flames on all of them in panic mode.
Alright, you start launching sacred flames there, and the fire just harmlessly hovers down over the stalagmites, and none of them come to life.
So, what do we do now?
Well, I'm not sure. Well, guys, I know this is not going to help a ton, but and I want to do
Balta, stop running into me.
I want to do lay on hands on Cloud and Mathvan for 10 each.
That helps. Thank you.
I know it doesn't help a lot, but every little bit counts
Yes.
in this place.
Thanks.
No
Going
problem.
to step over here and see. You said that this is the tunnel right here.
Make me a perception check, Math fan.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Alright, it's all lightly obscured here because there's so much smoke and haze. So you're actually doing this at disadvantage. You do see, yep, clearly this tunnel here. It was sort of obscured by smoke a little bit. There is a tunnel here as well. It looks like a submerged tunnel of lava. Just see this dark sort of spot over in this corner. Lava is running through there. Tunnel.
But there's no way to go into that tunnel without going into the lava, is there?
No, you'd have to swim through the lava.
So, but what I was trying to look for is if there's what would be the safest route to get to here.
What do you think? Maybe
I mean-
flying over or something, or jumping
Could
if
you
you're
jump-
strong enough.
yeah.
Like, is it possible to jump from here to here, and here to here, or is it too difficult of a jump?
Oh, there is a massive stalagmite here. Oof. That would require an extraordinary feat of acrobatics. Very, very difficult. You'd have to leap from where you are. You'd fall. You'd need to tumble, hit the stalagmite, and then jump over here. Very difficult to do that.
So you're saying it's
while
doable.
also
It's definitely
having
possible.
while also having the strength to jump that far.
Hmm.
No, like I'm trying to jump from here, here.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
still
I'm
have
thinking
to
about
have.
too. Is like you go like
know.
here and then
Yeah.
there.
You
That's
can do it. You just
30-foot drop.
No, but what I'm planning to do is walk through the bridge over here. Can you see my arrow, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
So walk-
this is
Walk through the bridge.
this is like
drop
20
down.
feet. 20 feet up. So it's like a
Oh,
cliff.
that's
It's like
up.
a cliff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you would have to like if you went this way, you would have to scale like
Yeah.
50 feet.
I see. I
And,
see.
and you just see
Right.
another churning runnel of lava just feeding into this pool here.
Hmm.
Well,
I know it seems crazy, but I might be able to make a jump. I know you guys have magical abilities. You might be able to just poof over there, but I don't have any teleportation based.
well, I'm all out of those.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna step over here and look around same way, see if I find any easier path.
hmm.
that seems to be it, Math Fan. What you've seen are the only two exits from this room.
Well, if one of us can get over there, not teleportation-wise, because this wouldn't work, but if we had a couple of ropes, tie one around this column here, and then find something to tie it to over here, it would still require, well, some strength or dexterity to get across, but it would be easier than having to jump.
Oh, fuck! I was...
I could try to climb the wall.
Oh, just climb around?
It seems very dangerous.
dangerous, but doable, perhaps. I could also just attempt to do the harder version, but if you can just climb the wall, then I prefer no unnecessary risk.
I will try it. For the good of us all.
I'll give you
Perhaps
guidance.
You can actually easily just, with your climb speed, dig your claws into the wall and navigate, like shimming around
All right. He'll have them tie the rope on so that he can take the other end with him.
As you do start to climb, more of these little creatures, they start to emerge.
As long as they can't shoot fireballs at us or something, we should be fine.
Sort of gather around you and almost follow your movement, but like way too high above them for them to be able to reach.
He's already pissed himself today, so he can resist this time. Gonna take the rope run.
Maybe
I grab some rocks and start pelting them at the birds.
maybe they are vulnerable to water damage.
As you assault them with rocks, they sort of back off a little bit and scatter away.
They're like the D&D version of seagulls.
Get out of here! Just get. But yeah, we'll have one end of the rope tied around this column here, so it has something very sturdy, I imagine.
One of these creatures is just snapping its mouth repeatedly, staying over here. The lava seems to swirl and move beneath you, Cloud, and you can move, Cloud. You don't have to stay there.
Okay.
You're climbing. As you jump onto this landing here, you see a tunnel, stone tunnel leading off to the north, but something bursts up from underneath you. The second you touch foot on the ground now.
Oh no!
What that?
It's the fire snake's parent, a salamander.
Oh
You
my god!
Piss the parent off, will you?
And
I mean, I feel like
They
that
wouldn't
thing
pull
was
the
just always
parent.
there.
If Cloud survives this, he's not climbing anywhere else, ever.
it wields in its hand a glaive.
Oh,
And there's more.
there's more.
There's 3 more. They all burst up as well. And the fire snake is chirping at you all. "Rah, rah, rah," and sort of pointing its head towards you guys. Like saying like, my dad's gonna beat you up.
Great.
And roll initiative. Alright, these are all they resemble the fire around it. They are camouflaged quite well, and they seem to have been completely submerged before they rose up. They each carry these 10-foot long glaives in their hand, and they have frills lining their back that seem to move and dance like a flickering flame. And they have snake-like bodies, humanoid sort of faces, and they seem to just writhe and have these like hawkish faces almost. They do look a bit bird-like, and they can definitely this one can definitely reach you, Cloud, from where you are. It reaches up with its glaive. They're all 70 feet below, or 50 feet below you guys. Osborne, you're up.
Okay. Can I try and come over to this western platform, and from here, would I be able to reach the salamander that's directly next to Cloud?
With a short bow, yeah, it's like 80-foot range. So.
Okay, then I am going to attack it. Can you leave him alone?
Alright, you take a shot, and that arrow hits it, and it just incinerates your arrow on contact, but it does pierce through the salamander and damage it. A little explosion of fire sort of explodes outwards, hitting it for 6 piercing damage.
And then I will attack it again.
That's another hit. Exploding another lavary mess away from it for 9 piercing.
And we'll call that good.
Auric.
Okay. to look over here. I'm going to target Cloud ends of this, and I'm going to cast a spell that I've shuddered to cast because it's part of my Drowish heritage. But let me find it. I'm going to engulf him in darkness with the band of it.
Okay.
Over here.
Alrighty. A 15-foot radius globe of darkness just rises out. The area is heavily obscured. You can't see through it. You're casting on him, or that are just near him?
Oh, I wanted the edge of it to be near him to where he could get out of it easily enough.
Okay.
That looks pretty good.
Rin.
I just thought of an idea. Oh, I don't know if Rin would have thought of it. How long would Auric's magical ice last in this hot environment?
Which ice?
The wall of ice, specifically.
It would,
And it happened.
a wall
I
of
don't
ice.
have enough.
Oh, you don't have enough charges for that?
It would get like instantly melted and turned into the vapor.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like magically
Resistant.
resistant.
It gets melted by fire. Actually vulnerable to fire damage.
Well, I mean, I was saying like use it like a bridge to get over here, but
Oh, yeah, that would have worked.
but oh well. Ren wouldn't say anything because he wouldn't have thought of that. Let's just throw some radiant darts down at this guy. These will be aimed at his head, pretty much.
14 actually misses.
Yep.
That's a hit. Hitting him for 5 radiant.
And then bonus action. Awesome.
It's a crit. That impales him, cutting a hole straight through him for 10 radiant.
All right. Then
Lava drips down on its snake-like body.
back up. So it can't reach me, and that's my turn.
Alright, this fire snake, it keeps on screeching, "Ah!" and it sort of worms itself forward, and with lava dripping off of it, it makes it onto this ground here, and it just dashes and just screeches up towards Ice. Ah! Being annoying and chirping.
Oh. That's actually quite convenient.
My fan.
Okay, I am going to Toll the Death, the one that is injured. Oh shit! Grab a rope.
Damn.
He's safe.
Managed to succeed.
Gonna get out of here.
Alright, this salamander is going to move over here, and it reaches down, putting its hand into the lava, and it pulls out a hot glowing spear.
Of course it does.
Throws it up at Auric at disadvantage. Misses.
It's
This salamander worms around, going to where it meets the wall, and it's going to reach up Try and grab Cloud. You can't see it and it can't see you, so it's a regular attack roll. It hits you.
It's that different.
The tail reaches up and grabs you by the waist, and you become grappled. While you're grappled that way, you're restrained. And it can now automatically hit you with its tail from now on. As that tail does hit you as well, Cloud, it crushes you for 10 bludgeoning damage. And the heat from its tail also burns you for 5 fire damage. It's still a regular attack despite the fact that it should have advantage because the darkness negates that. It's gonna thrust this glaive up at you as well. And
We'll hit.
13 hits. Any shield or anything?
I mean, I can't see it, so can I really do it?
Shield doesn't require sights. The trigger is if you get hit.
Then yes, I will shield.
Alright. You feel this attack incoming and you quickly throw up a shield and you feel the glaive bounce off your shield. Salamander ends its turn there. It does start to sort of drag you down, but it's out of movement. It's going to try and drag you down off that area.
Alright.
Gaius.
Could I hit these two if I went to the ledge?
They're 50 feet below.
Alright, but this
Big
one
drop.
is right here, right?
Right.
It's a 50-foot drop off. So this is 70 feet below the starting elevation. And this is 20. So it's a 50-foot. Anything down here is 50 feet below you.
Okay. Did this one like climb up or is it also 50 feet?
No, it doesn't look like it can climb. It's just got like a snaky body,
shit.
no arms or anything like that. It's just to come to the bottom here and just squawking up towards you.
Oh man. That kind of sucks when stuff's at ranged. So I guess he's just gonna move over here and try to nail this tiny one with a javelin. So, shit.
Misses and your javelin just disappears into lava.
Alright. And then I guess I will move here. Wait, no, actually I'll just move here. So I'll move back here and end my turn.
Alright. The salamander here is going to thrust its glaive up at Cloud. Oh, that's super loud. Let me turn that down. Alright. You feel the glaive bounce off your shield, Cloud, and it's going to stab again. And that also bounces off your shield. Cloud, you're up.
Okay.
Shield drops at the start of your turn.
I'm gonna burn a higher level spell slot and Misty Step away.
You cannot Misty Step. That requires sight.
Oh, that does require sight. Shh. Good time. That also requires sight. Damn it! I might be effed in the B. I will mage armor myself at the very least.
I mean, do you have another 4th level left?
No.
Uh,
No, we are screwed.
Mm-mm.
You throw up mage armor and surrounded by a faint blue aura that protects you.
And
Salamander comes to the fire snake and like speaks to it, and the fire snake like points his beak up at Gaius, and the salamander looks at you angrily.
Yeah. So what? I fucked up, you kid.
So
And goad it towards me, like just come on, holding my great sword.
throws a spear at you. You've got half cover, and it's a
son of a bitch.
disadvantage.
God damn it.
And it just hits the wall and bounces back down, and then it shakes a fist at you angrily.
Oh man.
I'll spin.
Okay. I am for now going to attempt to shoot at the salamander that is closer to me.
Crit.
Ooh. Nice.
You hit it for 11 piercing damage. The arrow cuts straight through it, scorching some fire and blood.
And then I'll do a second shot against it.
Another hit.
Nice.
And you break through the salamander for another 7 piercing damage. Each time your arrow hits it, breaks through it, and then the arrow is just incinerated.
I might as well go ahead and lose all my arrows. I'm going to use an action surge and attack 2 more times.
Okay. A 14 is going to narrowly miss.
So since I missed, can I curve the arrow and attempt to shoot at the salamander to the east of it?
Yep. The arrow just keeps on going and hits that one instead. You hit it for 6 piercing.
And then my second extra attack is against the first salamander again.
That's a hit. And the arrow slams into the salamander for 7 piercing damage.
And then that will be it for me.
Auric.
I'm here. Something weird just happened on my computer.
Can you see everything?
Yeah, I can now. It's my turn, I take it?
Yep, it's your turn.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at 2nd level. At the one that's most injured. Myself in the butt for screwing up the darkness spell.
Alright, shoot
Terrible.
4 darts down, and they're quite small. But they slam into the salamander, and one starts to look a bit hurt now.
Crap.
Rin.
All right. Would you say that like how like I know that the lava's 50 feet down, but like how far up are they, like up out of the lava? I know
They're 10
big.
feet tall. They're large, so they take up 4 squares.
Okay, well then I actually wouldn't have been able to do those radiant darts last turn then, because the range is 30 foot on those.
Oh well. Done now.
Yeah. I won't do that then. Not really a whole lot I can do. I'm going to. I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark. This guy. And then I will draw one of my actual darts and throw it at disadvantage down at him.
Direct hit.
Ten damage.
That's a monk weapon, right? It's considered magical.
Well, it's not going to be considered magical because I don't have my monk
Alright.
level's not high enough for that.
7 damage. It is resistant to the dart, and the dart does get incinerated. It breaks off a bit more lava and blood.
Really, all I could do. Back hit. And that's my turn.
The fire snake just keeps on pointing its tail at Gaius. Salamander nods and pats it on the head and looks up at you again, Gaius. Shakes its fist at you angrily. Does the sort of punches the open palm of his hand.
Go on, do it. Go it. Hit me.
We fought a lot of children this camp. I mean, no, they're monstrous types of children, but we've hurt a lot of them this campaign. Little dragons, little salamanders.
And gonna step over here, over Gaius since I'm 6'4", and stick my head up and point at this one if I can see it from here.
You need to get closer. You gotta come to the edge.
Alright, so I'll get closer and cast Toll to Death on it.
Oh, it makes a save.
Yep.
Damn.
So I'm gonna back up.
This salamander gonna move. Comes around the corner. And starts to climb.
Oh, thank God.
Climbs up 10 feet. Dash action. Seems to be something that is gripping, allowing it to climb up. With ease. Alright. Poor Cloud. Automatically hits you with its tail. And it knocks you unconscious, suffocating you and choking you out, drops you on the ground. You're not, you're stable. Reduces 0 hit points, but stable. It lets go of you. Actually, no, it doesn't let go of you. Of course, it's gonna take you to the sacrificial altar. I was dragging you to
Oh, great.
put you up here, feed you to whatever is eating these sacrifices.
That would be the dragon.
Guys.
God, I'm sorry I killed you.
So, like,
You're
where's
not
this
dead.
one right now?
You're not dead.
You can barely see it. It's like halfway up. It's like 10 feet above the lava level. It's climbing up on this. There must be a ladder there because the way it's moving.
Ah, son of a bitch.
It looks a bit sketchy, this rickety wooden platform as well, guys.
I can't do anything. God damn it.
You jump down, leap down there, and start attacking the one that clouds.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take like 5d6 whatever, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna like run over.
It's only half serious, but you can make an acrobatics check, and you might be able to reduce the damage that you take. It's a 30-foot drop. Sorry,
Alright,
50-foot drop.
I definitely can leap over here though. I don't have to make like a...
Yep, you can easily leap down there.
Okay, so I'll do that.
I'm going to give you inspiration as well for that heroic act.
Alright.
You can use it to give yourself advantage on any like D20 roll.
I'm gonna use that right now because I'm shit at acrobatics, and if I
Okay.
jump and die on the fall, it's not gonna be that heroic. Okay,
All right.
sweet.
You manage to leap and sort of jump like onto this stalagmite, driving your frostband into it and sort of sliding down. And you do not land prone, and you negate half of the full damage. And it's going to be... Still hurts a bit. Still take 9 bludgeoning damage from the fall. And you land on some solid ground. There's a bit of heat radiating up. And you're going to take a little bit of fire damage, but it's not like you're in the lava or anything. Mild.
So how much damage do I take in
You
total?
took 9, and you did not
Okay.
land prone.
All right, and was that my action to jump over here?
That is just movement. That costs you all your
Alright.
movement, though.
Ah, shit. Okay, so if that's all my movement, I'm just gonna attack the one that's right next to me.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to.
That hits it, and when the frostband slashes through the salamander, it screeches, and it really does some extra damage to it. It's vulnerable to cold. So cold damage is
Oh.
doubled.
Oh,
It's 23 points, and it sort of starts to freeze up some of the salamander.
Okay, and I'll hit it again. Or I'll try to hit it again.
That's a hit. Again, just ice emanates from the blade. That's 28 points of damage. Salamander is quite injured now.
All right, I'm gonna like look over at Cloud, make sure he's all right, even though he's not all right. And be like, ah, shit.
This salamander is going to edge itself forward and sort of come out of the darkness and try and wrap a tail around you guys.
All right,
It hits you,
that definitely hits.
grapples you as it wraps around your waist. While you're grappled, you're restrained, and it crushes you for 15 points of damage.
Right, is the fire damage halved?
Are you resistant? Oh no, I didn't apply your resistance. So 2 fire damage and 11 bludgeoning.
Okay,
There's
so
also
13.
Yep. Also, Gaius, when you hit this salamander, you did feel fire coming off of it from its heated body, but you're able to sort of negate it with that initial volley of attacks.
All right.
But just being down here, you feel yourself being like burned alive, basically.
Yeah,
Gonna
I'm starting
lie.
to get sweaty.
And it's just gonna reach down and grab a spear from underneath it and just try and stab you with it with one hand. It hits
That'll hit.
for 13 piercing and 2 fire.
All right, so that's 15.
It ends its turn there. Alright, Cloud, you're just unconscious, so taking a cat nap. All is black to you. It was black anyway because of the darkness. You're not making death saves though. And this
Great.
salamander, it is looking a bit injured and it doesn't like what's happening. And it just sinks into the lava. Disappears.
Ah. What a waste of hunter's mark. Shit.
And
Oh well.
we're actually going to wrap up today's session at this point.
All right. Whew.
We'll start off next session mid-combat with 3 remaining salamanders, one of which looks quite badly injured, with Cloud wrapped around its tail, another one, Gaius, and the 3 of you up here.
This Gaius away from the
Gaius.
platform. Gaius.
Not Gaius. Alright. That's
How
it for
far
today.
away is he? Is he more than 30 feet?
I think it was about 30 feet. Alrighty, guys. We'll pick it up right here next week. Thank you all very much, and I'll see you then.
All
Well,
right.
welcome to the group, guys.
That was intense.
You survived the initiation, so you're forever.
No more climbing for you guys.
Never again. Never again.
All right. See you next week,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.